IDK, guys. Start my mobile stream. Ripped from the skies. Let them cooking. They tried fast and that wasn't working. Better have it slow. Yeah, it doesn't mean it's going to be better. There's a lot of things. Remember when, my favorite thing, by the way, guys, you can feed a shitload of money to people, and that doesn't mean they're going to make something good. You can feed them a shitload of time. That doesn't mean they're going to make things better. That's the go-to response for everything that goes wrong. And case in point is Rings of Power, in which it took extra time and has a $1 billion budget, and it is literally a fucking steaming turd of a show. And then pretty much there's a lot of shows that just went on vacation. When they came back, they were not the same. They're like earliest example was season 8 of Game of Thrones, where they took an extra year to make sure the end of the series was living up to expectations of the fans. And they just shot out a steamy fucking turd. It was horrible. Absolutely horrible. I ranted about Season 8 Game of Thrones for 4 hours on stream, guys. It is literally one of my highlights on YouTube from like 6 years ago. It is one, and this is prior to me uploading shit to YouTube. Literally uploaded nothing, and then out of nowhere I uploaded that. It was just me for 4.5 hours on stream ranting about Season 8 of Game of Thrones. Because I really, like, it just, normally my expectations for shows are pretty tempered, right? You know, I'm used to shit just being shoveled out. And Game of Thrones was so good, and I held it to such high expectations. When it shit the bed, I was devastated. Not like devastated, like, oh, my life is ruined, but it was, it's like, we gave some critical feedback on Game of Thrones Season 8, so don't you guys worry about that. But no, more time does not mean things will be better. Having stuff generally forces people, like, there is a correlation between having to work on something and being motivated to do so. And in the case of Blizzard, being another example of where they have so much time that they release content, and they literally do not actually have any, like, they don't release something good. They polish it, and then they keep polishing it, and they keep polishing it, and they keep fucking polishing it, even though they could have released something and then sometimes you have to go through iterations to make things work. You have to go through trial and error, right? Fucking, you know, like Elon Musk has blown up starships. Could they have spent more time sitting there and polishing the shit? Sure, but at the same time, you also have to get stuff in the wild, and you have to see how things react with it, so then you can get a better handle, because you can't tweak or make sure that all the variables are exactly what you want. And depending on how they balance things, Alexis apparently needs real-world working examples. Good morning, Edwin. Alexis needs some real-world working examples of, you know, like when things aren't working properly or broken, for him to fix it. So he needs to see it go on in the wild and maybe get some stats or whatever logic he's relying on in order to balance stuff. And people don't realize that. Like, they are currently part of the iterative process. And regardless of the fact that they want this to be Counter-Strike, i.e. something's released and it never changes ever, and then also they want it to be OP. Don't forget that people actually want shit to be OP, so they'll be OP, and that's all they want. But then they'll get bored of the game because it's no longer challenging. Just the same way, fucking prime example of that is Dark Souls. You know, if most people played IGN Dark Souls, they probably would not have enjoyed the game nearly as much as they did. Challenging is good. Assuming you're capable and you can live up to the challenge, challenging is good. And they do not. Like, these sort of people do not. They think that if something is challenging, it's going to be too difficult. These people also want to play on Helldive, and they feel entitled to play on Helldive. And when they can't play on Helldive, it is everyone else's fault, despite the fact that I play on Helldive perfectly fine. I was having trouble yesterday with the autocannon, but I was purely trying to learn with it, too. Not on Helldive bots, Helldive bugs. It was actually much more difficult against bugs than bots. But we'll revisit that today, because it feels like I'm getting glancing shots when I should be getting hits, and it's not registering, or not hitting it. It, like, pops off the target instead of hitting it. So that might just be a user error. We'll have to wait and see. But this is the shit, by the way, that they say is like, yeah, just, we talked about this before, just more time, guys. Just give them more time. It'll fix everything. Everything will be, my guess is stuff will still be released in a very similar manner to what it is now, without changing who is doing the balancing or what's happening to the balancing. And their iterative process, if the iterative process is the same, even giving them more time, it's probably going to yield the same result. It has really nothing to do with the amount of time that they get. Maybe it does. Maybe they don't have enough time. Maybe they're hyper-stressed over there or something. But my guess is that's not necessarily the case. People are really, really... And then also the fucking... Yeah, just the overreaction to nerfs. Because these people literally can only play with 2 weapons, and when those weapons are gone, they like flip out. Which, once again, goes back to me talking about how everyone wants everything to be overbalanced as shit. Elon blowing up taxpayer money at an absolute fractional amount of their operating revenue stream comes from taxes for Starlink, or not Starlink, SpaceX. There's a lot of X's. Looked this up before. I've seen that rhetoric on social media. When you weed out the contracts. So you have to do that. And if we didn't pay SpaceX, we'd be paying Russia. Because Blue Origin would not exist without SpaceX. As we were. Let's see. $15 million in subsidies, which is extremely small portion of their operating revenue. There's a really big number, which is $4.9 billion, but that includes their contracts. I.e., they're launching stuff into space and they get paid for it. And if you've actually seen the price per ton to launch stuff into space for SpaceX as opposed to the SLS, which is the new NASA rocket, it is a huge difference in cost per ton. No, they aren't just blowing up taxpayer money. Like, there's contracts, there's a lot of big contracts, but those are actually for delivering things. Yeah, it's just basically tweets talking about the contract numbers, not tweets, articles talking about the contract numbers. Not specifically subsidies. SpaceX government subsidies. 'A lot of talk of basically not instituting. There's the whole FCC thing where they didn't they're going for a contract to bring internet to rural areas of the U.S. and they're supposed to receive a lot of money for that, but the FCC shot that down for some reason because they missed like part of like dotting an I sort of shit. I remember reading about that. $5.6 million, $15 million. It's actually an extremely small portion of operating budgets. I think NASA's budget's like $2.5 billion. NASA operating budget, what is it down to now? Maybe 900 million? I remember when we used to launch stuff to the moon, guys? I love this graph, by the way. Yeah, this is NASA's budget as a percentage of our GDP. At one point, it was at 4.5% of our GDP. Insane. And we went to the moon in the 60s. We went to the fucking moon, guys, in the 60s. Isn't that crazy? And then it went... Where you at right now? $6 billion? There's no way. Oh, we are. Yep. And by the way, that is 0.5% of the U.S. GDP. Or fiscal spending, excuse me. They're waging war at Arrowhead and talking about me. But Ben Sam said this was a good change. I know, I did. And I backed it up with rationale, right? Reasoning, rationale. Telling you, they're literally over there with airsoft guns sitting behind desks that are flipped over. There's papers everywhere. Kids are crying. Yeah. Meanwhile, Piltz is outside sunning himself on a deck with emperor penguins. Demonstrate. Yeah, either way, that's an astronomically small portion of budget. 900 million sounds like a shitload of money. It's not. In terms of like government spending, it's not. And NASA is not well funded. Regardless of what you might think from looking at that, NASA is not well funded at all. I really think, rationally, I understand that it's a good thing to finally take their time now. No, you don't realize that you're going to quit because you're not getting new stuff. That's the way it goes. Everyone needs their drip to keep playing. That's what people want. And when it doesn't happen, it doesn't matter if the damage numbers are slightly tweaked on something, which they can do anyways. I've seen live service game devs do something fast. It's nerfs. Nerfs can hit within a 12-hour launch. Sometimes it can. Business can take 4 to 6 months. I mean, Arrowhead's been really, really fast with their development cycle. I mean, you compare it to something like fucking League of Legends or Overwatch. Arrowhead is very, very fast. You're still fine. Arrow is nerfed rather quickly by a small but loud part of the community that's freaking out about it. You have shrapnel possibility of killing you. I'd honestly rather they triple check their work so the more shouty members of the community have less to grab onto. Shrapnel kill was supposed to be something that you could do. That was supposed to be something that you could do. It wasn't the fault of Arrowhead, it was the fault of the community overreacting to something that wasn't actually an issue. Or hear me out, the devs could do their job to check the weapon, debunk the misinformation. They try debunking stuff, but then people flip out and say that they're supposed to do their job, and that they're basically talking down to people, where they tell them to get good. Yeah, I guess you don't say get good, you just go, oh, they did say it. They said it was astronomically part of the, like, the probability of you actually dying to it was extremely small. So they nerfed it anyways because people, or they changed the shrapnel anyways because people were freaking out about it. Why are we exploding from distance 30 meters away? I've used the eruptor extensively prior to nerfs, and I never died to fucking shrapnel. Besides being way too close to the thing. But no, this is people spreading misinformation, guys, and then people literally reading that misinformation, taking it to hearsay, which means there's no factual basis for it, and then perpetuating it as fact to basically do what they want. They want to get, like, they don't even know what they're saying. They just think that something's happening, so they have to do it. It's fucking weird. Like, it just short circuits in their brain, and all of a sudden they can't even think about what they're talking about. Know what they're talking about in the first place? Last time they cooked, most of it got food poisoning. The big balance patch was actually good. There's a lot of people that are just gruntled, like, basically they're burned out in the game, just like sitting here bitching. The last time too, I don't believe them until they release a good balance patch. The last weapon balance patch was good. The big one of the reasons I'm still playing, guys, is there are so many options to play this game now. One of the reasons we are still playing this game is because we have more guns that we can actually use than ever before in this game. And I played this game extensively, and I left for, what, 2 weeks? We left for 2 weeks before the Warband drop. And then I came back, which included the big balance patch. And I've been having a lot of fun playing the game. So, no. This is like one of those things where maybe, like, the autocannon against bots either needs to be nerfed or they need to bring other guns up to it, which would be, means we're going to need higher difficulties, I guess. I don't even, maybe not. Bugs, I'd say, are a good spot. Bots, though, the autocannon makes everything really, really easy. But that being said, if you don't use the autocannon, things are really, really hard. So, where's the in-between on that, guys? I don't know. Last few balance patches, more time is going to make things better. My guess is actually it's just going to make things fester. The more time they spend doing this, is people are going to expect more and more perfection, which we'll never be able to get. Arrowhead usually releases big patches 1 week before the new Warband comes out. No, this is based on one statistical data point. Fuck off. Fuck off. People love making trends based on, which they just said they're slowing down. No, fuck off. Get the fuck out of here. The game's been out for like 3 months. And people are trying to make... 1 week before the Warband comes out, there's literally 3 Warbonds out. 4 if you count the first one, right? Or is there 5? How many Warbonds are there? Helldivers, Warbonds. Is it 4? For a list? I have to start the game. That's there isn't just a list of their DLC, essentially their DLC for their game somewhere. That's something they probably should be working on. Okay. Yeah, web designer need to go burr, guys. Basically the best case in point for a list for Helldivers Warbonds. Unless you want to go through and basically compile each one. So basically you have to start the game. Probably not where we want to be. This launched with the game, so it doesn't count. Or technically 5. So the game's been out for 5 months? Day 0 DLC. Follow the TikTok, guys. The only thing that'll ever be on my TikTok is my stream. March 2015. Yeah, it's been out for 3 months. Ooh. The outrage, though. This is, by the way, what I mentioned before. You have to get people into the mindset of just shit changing constantly, and then they'll just bitch about it and they'll move on. Like, the weird thing is, the last balance patch, guys, the only thing people remember about the balance patches are the nerfs, not the buffs. Not this stuff actually works now. It's literally just the nerfs. Bunch of bitching. Let them fix actual codes, bugs in their code. What? Like, what do you want? Like, oh, the lock-on for the... the lock-on for... the spear? Yeah, like, people keep talking about bug fixes. There aren't really that many bugs with the game. Like, game-breaking bugs? They don't really exist. They're just literally parroting. They're just parroting shit they've heard. Just fix the bugs. So every game, they'll just fix the bugs. It'll make everything better. What are you even talking about? Do you even know what bugs are broken? Do you know what's actually broken that you need to be fixed? Needs to be fixed? I don't think they do. That patch wasn't bad. No, it wasn't. Is this talking about the big balance patch? I don't know why this guy just quoted literally the top post. Yeah, they literally buffed like infinite amount of things, and all people are doing is bitching about the fucking Sony boycott bullshit, guys, from 2 weeks ago. 100% just made the community absolutely horrid. Like fucking dog shit horrid. Perpetuated by one big Twitch streamer, by the way. Like, absolutely horrid. All it did nothing to Sony, by the way. All it did was hurt Arrowhead. This is literally just fallout from people, like, thinking they're supposed to be in angry mode about the game, when there's actually things in the game that are much better than they used to be. We've literally talked about them. But all they're focusing on is the handful. Oh, my Eruptor was nerfed. Now I can't play Helldive. What? If you can only play the fucking Helldive with an Eruptor, you're probably not supposed to be on Helldive. And they release a Diff 11, and then everyone wants to play it in Diff 11, and they can't. Hopefully they realize another bad update's going to hurt pretty bad. I think it's going to hurt no matter what. They literally released a good balance patch for the most part, and it hurt regardless. And I don't think it's the balance patch either. I think it's the Sony shit. It's irksome that it's taking so long to make fixes. What fixes? Considering how quickly they broke things, what did they break? If they're going to take their time, the results should be good at least. What wasn't good? They're bleeding goodwill and while we're waiting. So, make it faster, but do it better. Alright, middle management. Alright, get to work, guys. We have to do better than we're currently doing with a more oppressive timetable too. Oh my god. Just do better than 161 upvotes. Do better than you're currently doing, no matter what. But the hemorrhage, if they fuck us over, they're already hemorrhage. There already been hemorrhaging players, as any new game that pops out will lose players. It's not hemorrhaging players. Bruh. Fuck these guys. What the fuck is this shit? Dude. Like these, you train to play on Helldive and you're literally just a little bitch on the forums. Fuck off. Little whiny bitch. Anyways, weapon balance. Yeah, so anyways, there was a post on social media asking what was going to be in the next patch or what you expected in the next patch, and I said balance change, or not balance changes. I wanted it to be balance changes, but it's more likely going to be bug fixes, because everyone says slow down and just do it better, which just means we're just going to get the same stuff. It's just going to take longer. For the most part, it's just going to be the same thing. Because Pills won't hire me, but, you know, that's beside the point, right? Can we talk about how shit the Thief SAM site is? What? It shoots down fucking dropships. What are you fucking talking about? You want to shoot down all the fucking dropships? You know, this isn't supposed to, like, it's not supposed to kill all the dropships, right? What the fuck is this? Dude, what is going on with the community? Oh my god, why don't they just kill all the dropships that show up? To lurking or ahead and play, please I beg you. People freaking about the scopes? Oh, because it needs to... It has 6,000 upvotes. What the fuck is wrong with people? Why isn't it just a dot? I'd prefer a dot guy. You know, I want to have my goddamn Scott. I just want a red dot. All I want is a red dot. I don't even want the rest of this shit. Just give me a red dot, right? Yeah, why do you get to have this crosshair? I want a red dot. And then there's some fuck that's like, I need to have tick lines for elevation changes so I can properly geometry the fucking, bullet drop at a distance and then zero it in. You know, fuck off. And 6,000 upvotes. Dude, the fucking community is whiny as fuck today. Overpowered. Eruptor? Spread democracy with overpowered weapons. The stratagems are very powerful. Yeah. Have you used a stratagem before? 500 kg your mom. This is literally just copy-pasted. This is the Twitter post I responded. Copy-pasted from Twitter. Wow. That is legit copy-pasted from Twitter. Going off didn't go as planned. Oh, who's gonna die? Brained. I mean, that's good. And you getting a winter-themed warbond and not having a white cape. You mean a fur cape? This is literally a play on me where I mentioned the fur fucking capes? Fur. Fur. No one mentioned fur, by the way, prior to me mentioning it in the last War Bond when it launched, and I mentioned in the comments. Fur. 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 I even tweeted it. I fucking tweeted it. You wanna see, guys? Wanna see where the origination comes from? Wanna see it, guys? I'm gonna show it to you. I don't care if you don't wanna see it. By the way, this is why I tweet stuff even if people don't like it or notice it or whatever. Doesn't matter. It's all about putting stuff in stone. Yeah. Device. Fantastic option, by the way. I love that. Wait. You guys made a polar-themed warbond and didn't add a fur cape or something along those lines? That's a massive party foul. Not only does it look great, but it's a great way to show off your graphical engine. Fur, 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 fur. Fur. Always out of the curve, guys. No one acknowledges it, though, but they know where they're fucking getting their ideas from. Good for them. Fur. Fur. Takes one person, and then it trickles through the dissemination information online, just trickles through the different levels. One person says it, then someone says it somewhere else, and all of a sudden it just spreads. It's like a virus. Fur. Did you guys hear about fur? I heard about fur. Fur, 570 points. Weird thing is they did this already in Helldivers 1. I mean, we have different expectations of fur, but what are the woolly caps called? The woolly cap I can see. The cape's not so much. It kind of looks like the woolly cap with the earmuffs things, right? Maybe. Maybe. No. No. Murder someone for a fur cape in this game, basically like a wolf pet. Wolf pelt. Fur. Good. White? Why would you say a white cape instead of a fur cape? You think the first thing you think about with the snowy tundra is a white cape instead of a fur cape? That's some Star Wars shit right there. Probably shouldn't do every side objective when you have one reinforcement left. It depends on how much of a Chad you are. Sometimes you get a bad drop and you lose a lot of reinforcements right away. Fabricator on a laptop. This was on Twitter. Someone just copy-pasted from Twitter. Yeah. Maybe it was copied to Twitter. This is a day ago. I think the post I saw was less than a day ago. So maybe Twitter copied it. Typing with its chain guns. Yes. Yes, it is. This is a play on, by the way, the Bile Titan that was doing this, which is a meme like 2 months ago. I hate this helmet and its beady eyes. That's the point. That was the whole point of this helmet, I guarantee you, is to have BDI looking helmet. Okay. I don't think we're gonna watch a tube video, guys. We'll save that. Burn it in on purpose. Yes. Oh my god. Best coffee maker. I really want to see it. I really want to see it, Project Farm, but we don't have time today. We'll take a look at it tomorrow. Ooh. I was actually kind of thinking about a better coffee maker to replace my 9-year-old one that doesn't have any issues in any way, shape, or form. Okay. Let's move along, guys, to some Helldivers 2. Like, the whole community is pissy before they quit. And we've talked about different things that lead people to quit. I think at this point, even if they add, even if they balance the weapons, I think a more, we talked about different things, what was that, like, when I came back, like 2 weeks, a week and a half ago? A week ago? Yeah, a week and a half ago. We talked about different things they can do about a week and a half ago. And I think at this point, we're basically we're past the point of weapon balancing changes. They are needed, don't get me wrong, but I think there's more pressing matters, in addition to spitting out new content, obviously, which I believe would be a new faction, or they need to add new units to the current factions. And I'm not talking about something unique like the Shrikes or the gunships. They need something that you more encounter and have to deal with on a day-to-day, which I believe they're going to, because there's that one, was it the robot corpses we're finding for like a mega brute laying around. It's like a better version of the Hulk brute, Hulk, whatever they are. The Hulk fatties. No. We may see that. I mean, I don't understand this, guys. I really, really don't. Like, the fucking, like, where is the fucking shitbirds coming from? Like, with the balance patch shit, like, the narrative, which is that everything got nerfed. Where the fuck is that coming from? Because it's one thing if they nerfed a bunch of shit, but they didn't. And Crossbow, I'm pretty sure they thought they buffed, but it wasn't a buff. Or it's just kind of a side grade. But for the most part, they just buff stuff in the major balance patch, like 3 weeks ago, 2 weeks ago. They just side buffed, or they buff stuff, and there's a lot of weapons that are now usable. But there are still a shitload of people that are saying, even people debunking it, like they're saying that there are now more stuff that's usable in the game, right? Which there is. I've used a lot of it. I talked about on the stream, I'm not afraid to call stuff as shit, because there's a lot of stuff in the game that's shit, like the Purifier shit. Maybe if it was reciprocating, it'd be alright, but it's not. Where it auto-fires when it reaches full charge, it'd take away a lot of the shittiness of using it in the first place, and then go from there as far as damage numbers go. But putting that aside, like, where is it coming from? Where are people like, oh my god, this game sucks? Like, I don't see it anywhere besides just on, like, Reddit. Even Twitter is just, like, kind of people parodying it, but I don't see a source for it. Usually there's a source for stuff like this. Like, a big streamer in the community that's talking about how shit stuff is, but I haven't seen that, so... where is it? Where is it coming from, guys? I don't really get it. I don't understand where the narrative's coming from that everything's nerfed when it's not. I think the possibility is there is people that are playing Helldive that clearly can no longer play Helldive, and they think and they feel entitled to do it because they were doing it with an eruptor. And now because they can't do it, it is the fault of the game, right? Maybe. Quasar did need a nerf. At this point, it Tentatively does not need more nerfs. And I think it's in a good spot compared to the spawn rate of, like, Chargers, for instance. You still end up in a case, especially with the freaky spawns, which are fantastic, by the way. With the freaky spawn rates, you need to be able to keep up with them, and it kind of outstrips the Quasar now. But you can still make it work, because you can still dodge them and wait for it to come up, and you just cycle through it, right? EATs need to be brought up, Recoilless needs to be brought up, the... what is it called? The airburst needs to be brought up. There's a lot of things that do need to be brought up. There's a lot of ways that can do it, which we've talked about extensively. But I don't, like, I think it's literally just the narrative that people are like, oh my god, this is, sucks. Like, we need to be able, we can't do this anymore because I lost my eruptor or something. And if you couldn't use the quasar before, you still can't use the quasar because all it did was add time between shots. So that wasn't really like, if you can't hit your shot in the first place, you're still going to be in trouble regardless. I don't know if they're going to stomach either. Autocannon needs to be nerfed or everything else needs to be brought up in favor of the bots, or the bots maybe need to be nerfed themselves. I don't know exactly how they're going to do that, but there's the autocannon, guys, is leagues apart from other weapons against bots. It's leagues apart from other weapons against bots. So much so that from now on, I'm just going to recommend that everyone take the autocannon against bots till it gets nerfed. People are not. It is not the fault of players if something becomes meta, and at the same time, you have to understand if something is that meta and everyone's taking it, that it's broken. But I don't know. It's kind of weird. This is my first case, guys, or my first experience with how wrong a community can be when they have too much of a hand in the developmental process and they ruin a game, is a game called Tribes Vengeance. When I was younger, while other people were playing Counter-Strike and Quake and, you know, StarCraft, I don't know, like whatever you're playing as a kid. When I was in the 90s growing up, I played a game called Tribes and Tribes 2. It's where a lot of my thinking and how I regard games comes from. It was well ahead of its time. Way! It was basically a game as a service in the 90s. Yeah, like what we're seeing now in the 90s. That's crazy. That's fucking crazy. It had built-in forums. It had built-in news websites where you could talk with people. Built-in clan support. Built-in Quake, Doom. Those are a little bit before. No, actually, they're right around. Tribes 1. Star Siege Tribes was really old. That's like 97. So, you know, they predated a little bit. Unreal Tournament, that's another one. Of my friends was in the UT2K, was it 3 at the time? That still predates. Tribes 2 is like 2001. Yeah, like 2002, 2001. You have to look up the timelines now. Leisure Suit Larry, yeah. But anyways, Tribes was very, very unique. Like, it had forums, it had clan support in it, you could have clan pages. They stripped all this out, by the way, when they basically started closing down the studio because Sierra just deemed them they acquired the studio, or the development team called Dynamics, and then Sierra stripped them and fired them. So, they were gone. Tribes 2 was basically the last legitimate successor of Tribes. And there's also sorts of ones afterwards that were just basically brand name selling, where they bought the brand name. It had built-in forums, it had built-in chat rooms, it had built-in voice support in 2002. Built-in fucking motherfucking voice support. Yeah, like, I don't even think it was, I think it was 2001. It was a long time ago. That was a long fucking time ago, guys. Take a look. Also, by the way, I need to change this. All right. 100. I'll try 100 and see if that works now. I occasionally go and talk about this because it's basically my heritage. People are talking about, oh, I played like fucking, oh, I played Call of Duty or whatever. You know, no. We're on different. We are literally on different wavelengths here. Tries to release date 2001. You could fly. It's a heavily physics-based game in which you would basically use the physics effect of you landing on the ground to ski. It's called skiing, in which you use the physics to basically ride the mountains, the hilly terrain, and move faster than normal. You could use it to maintain your momentum with a jetpack. Very, very cool shit. A lot of projectile-based weapons is all about hitting those long-range skill shots, which are extremely impressive for the time, and nowadays is basically, like, I have no interest in playing a new Tribes game, because I 100% know it's going to be ruined by fucking aimbots and shitbirds. And that's sad, but this is basically where it came from. It had built-in modding support. The modding community was abs ridiculously huge. Abs ridiculously huge. Built-in inventory system for inside the game in which you could change out items and stuff, much in the way you can with Helldivers 2. It was extremely ahead of the time, and there's a lot of people that played that game, and especially were just interested in like getting kind of your feet wet as far as like coding goes, because it is very nowadays obviously antiquated. If you played around with the Unreal Engine, like with the real-time fucking editors nowadays are crazy. But back then, like, you could actually, like, do changes and basically, like, you didn't have to recompile stuff. You could just edit files and change everything in the game. Is ridiculous. Absolutely ridiculous. Built-in chat support. Supported 64 players over dial-up. With good fucking projectile and netcode. This is back in 2001. And Starseed Tribes, I believe, was 2097, let's say. It was a side game to 98. It was a side game to Starsiege, which was basically a mech simulator clone. It was a side game. Yeah. 200 pings though? No. Like you're looking at like 140 to 180. 140? No. 120. Yeah. And then like all the fucking assholes have their goddamn fucking, what's it called? ISDN? I believe it was ISDN. It's predecessor to DSL. Those assholes that paid like, yeah. As a predecessor to fucking DSL, you got the goddamn guy that's paying for his ISDN, and he has like a ping of like 50 or something. Oh, I fucking hate those fucks because they're like, it was just literally paying for a huge advantage over everyone else that's on DSL. Yeah, but yeah, ISDN is like a more consumer, cheaper version of T1. T1 was really expensive. That's like where they were just running a line to your house. ISDN was kind of a version of it, but ISDN predates DSL. Anyway, this is a long, long fucking time ago. Anyways, you could play with 64 motherfuckers with projectile-based weapons, physics effects to ski across the goddamn fucking playing field fluidly with dial-up, with fucking dial-up in 2003 or 2001, not 98. In 2000 goddamn one, guys. 2000 goddamn one. On LAN, you could play with 128 players. And they hacked it so you could actually play with 128 players. It didn't work very well, but they had servers that you could play online with 128 players. Insane. Absolutely fucking insane. Well, this is basically, like I said, I know so much about this because this game inhabited 3.5 years of my life. I played the shit out of this. I helped make mods for this goddamn game. I helped play the fuck. It literally like kickstarted my burning passion for fucking video games and video game development. Ever since this game. It is literally this fucking game. I played games well before this, by the way. I played games, and even Tribes 1, I played for like a year prior to playing Tribes 2. One of my friends just brought the demo, and like he owned it, and I just happened to play it, and it was insane. It was fucking absolutely insane. And it's basically objective-based team shooter, like, you know, the stuff that you really, really find media. And basically one of the ideas that I had, not one of the ideas I had, but is basically part of the inspiration for something I eventually want to make as, like, me possibly develop a video game. But, you know, I'm almost 40, guys. I'm almost fucking 40, so I don't know whether or not it's going to happen in my lifetime, but goddamn, I literally have a manifesto written out for a game I want to make, and it is going to be a world destroyer. But that aside, like, this is literally, I'm not afraid to say and talk about this game. This is literally, and it was, they fucking did dynamics dirty. Because the first thing, like, when I was playing the game, every patch would just weed out more of the features from the game. It launched with a shitload of features, guys. And every single patch, like, just to reduce their server loads, they would just remove more of the features from the game until there's basically nothing left. And there's a game called Tribes Next, which is basically they have the servers still online. This day. Yeah. This day, you can still play this game, guys. Not even joking. Yeah. What are the recommended specs? 500 megahertz CPU, 128 megabytes of RAM, 650 megabytes of hard disk space, 16 megabyte video card. Yeah. This was insane for the time, and it had fucking glide support too for 3DFX, like for the handful of people that had them. Yeah. I had one, by the way. This one I had a Voodoo 5500 at the time. Fantastic. Great. Absolutely fantastic video card. And got fantastic performance on it. But a handful of games actually had support for it. Yeah, like, this absolutely bootstrapped my enjoyment for video games. And a lot of the features, this is, like I said, this was literally a video game as a service. They bit off way more than they could chew. And then they didn't have the monetary model, like, now you sell DLC, right? They didn't have that nailed down. It was still popular at the time to release expansion packs, which were basically bigger DLCs. But DLC as a term did not really come around, and at the time people were bitching about how they had to pay for content when anything was released that cost money. How can you release content for a game that I own and make me charge me money for it? That was basically the ethos, and that was the rhetoric at the time. I still remember it. I was like, isn't it new content? Right? Isn't it? Aren't we just buying expansion packs? At the time, back when this game was out, guys, it was taboo to release DLC. It was the developers are they're pigs. They're fucking money hungry. I own the game. Why don't I just get the content with it? Yeah, like back then, and even that proceeded through like the 2000s was the entitlement that you literally have to have basically all content for a game ever that's ever released for it. And I think at one time I seem to remember them thinking about releasing the content as a DLC or expansion pack, and people got pissed off about it. It was, yeah, like it's like we're having right now on the fucking Reddits where people are pissed off and they're like, oh, why isn't everything balanced exactly? Everything should be just OP. Like literally the fuck that's trying to play Helldive, and then once he finally can, everyone quits, and then he blames the studio for taking too long to buff the stuff to the OP point where he can play the game, which is not why people quit at all. They quit because the game becomes not challenging. People aren't quitting fucking Dark Souls because the game's too... I mean, people are quitting the game because it's too challenging. But at the same time, you could argue that a lot of people play Dark Souls because it is very challenging, right? Playing IGN, there literally should be a toggle mode called IGN mode, and all it does is make everything fucking easy as shit. And you should feel bad whenever you use that, because that's not the way the game's intended to be played. Did your Voodoo have the tiny fans on it? They all had tiny fans on it. That's prior to GPUs being fucking 800 watts. So, yeah, 600 watts. As back when GPUs were like 100 or something. 200, 150 watts. Something really small. Not even that. I don't even remember when the... Actually, no. I think that's right around when the secondary power connector came around, right? I think my Radeon 7800, I want to say. This is a long time ago. So... AMD has circularly reused their older generation names, and I want to say it's a 7800. This is not the new one. This is the old ones. It might not be. I remember it? No, it's showing the new one. There's obviously the new one that's like came out like 2 years ago or something. It's prior to like the 800 series. I remember working really hard in the summer to buy one so I could play games with it. Turned out not to be very good. Yeah. Yeah, it was a 7000. 7500, I think this is one that I got. AGP 4X. Oh, no, there it is. Right there. I went and bought it from Best Buy. I saved a shitload of money up and went and bought it from Best Buy. Yeah. I still have this, by the way. It's actually in my closet. I could even pop it out. I still have this thing. So I was right. It was the 7500, not 7800. Look at that. Look at that, guys. I went and saved up my money. By the way, NVIDIA at the time was actually much faster, so this was not a good graphics card. This is back when I had a bias towards AMD, just being like I like underdogs, and I was like, well, all my friends have NVIDIA, I'm gonna buy an AMD and show them good, and it's not really the way stuff worked, but yeah. I remember saving up money for this way back when by working side jobs to get this. Anyways, we're getting off topic here, guys. Anyways, one of the games that kickstarted my passion for video games is literally this game. This is basically, I played games well before this. I was a fan of StarCraft. There's a lot of games I played prior to this Mech Warrior series, but this is really what took off my experience. There's a lot in this game. There was an absolute boatload in this game, and it was absurd. But, yeah, dynamics. Look at that. Tribes dynamics. But, Sierra killed them. Sierra! Remember these guys? Yeah, these fucks killed them. They killed the studio off. They just gutted them. I remember when that happened, and I was like, wow, that means we aren't going to get any more content. And then they slowly just crippled the game and removed stuff from it, and then it slowly fucking died out. Yeah. I mean, back then, there was only a handful of things, like, Best Buy was, I had to go to a different town to actually go to the Best Buy. It wasn't in my town. Now we have a Best Buy, and it doesn't fucking matter. So, yeah. Now we have a Best Buy, and I basically never go there. I think the only time I go there is maybe to buy a mouse. And if I need something like literally the same day, because it's like It's imperative to have it. Yeah. Tribes too, guys. Crazy time. Anyways, well ahead of its time. Absolutely well ahead of its time. This was definitely a video game as a service. I don't even know what's considered the first video game as a service, but this was a video game as a service. They just didn't have their monetary model figured out, and at the time it was uncouth to have DLC. So they basically went the way of the dodo. They had an extremely ambitious game. By the way, it had voice chat in it, but it only had 2 channels. You could only use 2 channels, so only 2 people could be talking at the same time, which is kind of hilarious, by the way, when you have multiple people trying to talk, and there's only... It's like having a button that you can push because it was basically bandwidth intensive. Once again, everyone's on DSL. Or not DSL, everyone's on dial-up. Back then, everyone was on dial-up. So you couldn't have multiple people talking at the same time because it would just be too... it would overload your connection, right? So everyone sounded like a robot, and only 2 people could talk at once. No, this is before Roger Wilco. Only 2 people could talk at once. This is back in the days of TeamSpeak. No, this is before TeamSpeak, I even think. Maybe right around the same... No, this is right around the same time period. I remember having to download TeamSpeak to talk to one of my clan members, or my clan, guild clan, back in the day. So you could bullshit on it. But yeah, this right here. Predecessor. 2 channels, guys. 2 people could talk at the same goddamn time in this game. 64 players, 120 players on LAN. Fantastic. Absolutely fantastic game. Love it. That's where my passion comes from, guys. It's just like for video game development. Oh, I don't even remember why we started talking about this. I don't really know, guys. We were playing... I started up Helldivers 2 and then I started talking about this. Either way, now we're talking about it. I'm going to wash my coffee cup out, guys, and get a soda. Anyways, way back then, guys, even way back then, I understood that when people usually talk about, people are extremely biased and extremely subjective. And when they talk about video game balance, my experience when working with people when working on mods is people are very, very biased and very, very selfish. They want things that will either make them better or they get really enamored with one particular thing and they think that's all that matters. They hone in and hyper-focus and then forget the overall picture. When you're working with a development team, in my case, a community development team, when you're working with the development team, it becomes very, very obvious that some people are very passionate about certain things that they've worked on, and they want them to be extremely, extremely good. And there's like nothing you can do to change it. And generally, it's just kind of a quality of a bad developer, I want to say. Like, they might be great programmers, they might be great artists, they might have came up with a great idea, but that doesn't mean they're good at balancing. Same way today, we have people that are streamers that we have another avenue here, which is not only do people want to be good, like not only do people want certain things they like to be good, but at the same time they also want to make sure, excuse me, that people also like the things that they do, or not. They want to look good in front of everyone else. So in the case of streamers, they have this ulterior motive, monetarily motivated ulterior motive to look better in front of everyone else, right? And as such, they want anything they do to be the best that it can possibly be. So everything that they do, like let's imagine a support player in Overwatch, a DPS player in Overwatch, a tank player in Overwatch, they always want to advocate for whatever helps them out. People are very selfish and self-motivated, and when there's a monetary aspect, which in the case of streaming is viewership and monetary numbers to look good in front of people, it skews and adds even more bias. Where in the case of a development team, you have people that created something. It's their baby, right? It's the thing that they've worked on, and they want it to be good. They want everyone, they want people to notice it and use it all the time because it's their design. It's what they made. And that makes things even more difficult, which is probably something that Arrowhead, as I mentioned before, seems more agile, and they aren't really stuck in the Overwatch development loop, which is you end up in like sects inside of the company that just like fight against each other, and they just set up lines in the sand, and then all of a sudden they can't do stuff because the community wants it too much, and it has to be their idea, and yeah, it makes it difficult to actually start making a lot of bureaucracy in politics is what it eventually starts turning into, and that's very unfortunate. When it's also one of the reasons why if you have a development team, for a balanced team for instance, it can make a better result, but at the same time it might not have an overall direction, and because people have differing opinions on stuff, you're not going to have an overall collective direction of your game itself, and you're going to end up with just kind of a shit show of how things are balanced. Apply to be a PlanetSide 2 developer? No. That ship sailed. I would have considered doing that back like 10 years ago when I was playing PlanetSide 2, but they chose Rel instead of me. They chose another guy in the community that was making YouTube videos instead of me when I was live streaming, so I want to say they could still fix PlanetSide 2 if they wanted to. I don't know what they do, though. Do it for fun. No. I mean, I have a lot. Do you know that I stream 6 hours a day? Do you know how much of your time is taken up by streaming? Do you have any idea how much time I spend a quarter of my life streaming? I fucking spend a quarter of my life streaming. Insane.
Super Earth, our home. Prosperity. Liberty.
Hi there.
Democracy. Our way of life.
Oh, hello.
But freedom doesn't come free.
Great video, by the way. More chaotic. What is the significance of the Bee wallpaper? I have an app called Bing Wallpaper, and it changes my wallpaper every day. And today's is a bee. So, you know. Come here, Master. Am I winning? Did I get rated? My app does not show when I get rated. No, I did not. Oh. No, that was yesterday. Neat. Yeah, thanks, bud. Morning, guys. We're gonna do some Helldivers 2, guys. Just got out of the podcast section, spent an inordinate amount of time. Started talking about Tribes 2, too. Tribes 2, fantastic game. I still believe, way ahead of its time. And it's not even subjective. It is objectively way ahead of its time, based on just like all the features they added to that game, and then also part of what killed the game. So that's what social media gets shit on. I mentioned before, if I worked for a company, guys, I'd never tell you. Like if I work for Arrowhead, I will literally never tell you that I work for Arrowhead, and you just happen to see things that I talk about and discuss on stream make their way into the game. Like separation of your professional life and your kind of your social life. In my case, with streaming, you can't avoid that, but in the case of an actual professional job, you can. Kind of important, very important. Like I mentioned before, like Alexis, when he made a couple tweets, or Discord messages, and then like I mentioned, Pill says to give him like literally a fucking armed guard. They like literally have to give him an armed guard. Like after because if the autocannon gets nerfed, you know, like they're gonna flip out. Maybe they have to prepare the community. They say this patch will only be buffs. This patch will only be nerfs, and so the people can separate the two, because that last giant balance patch was like 95% buffs and like 5% nerfs, and then there's like maybe, you know, the crossbow got nerfed, but it wasn't even really a nerf. It's kind of like a side grade, and people can't differentiate between the fact that the majority of the weapons got buffed. So now we have to go to the point where, hey, if you look at this, you can see that this is a buff patch. Look at all the columns, and here, this is a nerf patch. This has 10 things that got buffed, and this thing has 2 things that got nerfed, and you're like, you know, numbers, right? 10 and 2. One of those things. But, yeah. Okay, so we're going to spend more time today playing with the autocannon, guys, against bugs. I want to see if I have some me problems going on here, because I seem to get a lot of deflects.
The siege upon managed democracy continues.
Darn center.
Let us rally to it.
Initiating FTL jump to the Fenrir system.
I disagree. People then start nitpicking their reasoning, and to be perfectly honest, I mean, I get where you're coming from, don't get me wrong, but like they don't need to justify anything, and I don't mean that as entitlement, but rather people will start nitpicking stuff that they say and why they're doing it. And in actuality, maybe they didn't even think it out completely, and then that just makes it even worse. Like, I'm actually kind of a fan of... I'm not actually against them changing stuff and not telling us, or, hey, look at this weapon, and this weapon has changed. Tell us how you feel about it. One of those things. Because you have to tell community when stuff changes so that they can try it out again and see if they like it better or worse, right? But aside, community members can test stuff and change it themselves, or benchmark it, or test it themselves to see if it's buffed or nerfed, sort of ordeal. A lot of it comes down to kind of feel and whether or not it's better or not. And there are some things that, like I mentioned before, like with this, we talked about the Planet Side 2 weapon drop-off, the damage drop-off. They have a little graph where it shows your effective range and a drop-off where the bullet damage drop-offs. I think that's incredibly important for basically every game, and should really have it. It also should tell you how much armor pen the guns have, and it doesn't. It just gives you the flavor text. It's obviously important to have things at your disposal where you can actually use them, or
synchronized. Engaging orbital thrusters.
make informed decisions, right? But at the same time, I think people get a little bit too much into stuff, and they basically come up with whether or not they're going to hate or like it, and it doesn't matter whether or not the developer tells you why they did it. People are going to hate it or like it anyways. So, kind of where are people at with that, right? Devs with social media get shit on. You need thick skin with gamers. Yeah, pretty much. Same time, any of them babies. Huh? Huh? Sorry guys, we're having a conversation right now.
Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat. Helldivers to Hellpods.
Alright. But yeah, like, I get where you're coming from, but in my personal opinion and experience, I think people just use it as ammo, and not only do they not read it, they don't really care. It doesn't really even matter that much. It just they'll immediately formulate their opinion on whether or not they like it or not, and then like it doesn't matter. They'll just nitpick if they don't like it. They'll just nitpick the words, and like what's happening right now with Alexis, where he said at one point the autocannon was one of a good example of a balanced weapon, I think is what he said on the Discord, but now people are tearing it apart. They're saying it's the gold standard, it's what every weapon has to be, it'll never get nerfed, you know, and that's not what he said. Well, that's what everyone's saying now. So it literally became ammunition for people to pyro. I need to think for a second. Autocannon. There's so many extra slots because I have an autocannon, not a backpack now. So much space. Oh, where's the Gatling? There it is, Gatling, and which is bad, by the way, but I like it. It's very flavorful. And we'll do more 500 kgs. Alright.
Launch initiated.
Yeah, I know it's disheartening to say, and I agree that sometimes it's not, like, when I read patch notes, by the way, I generally do not read, like, Overwatch or Heroes of the Storm. I do not read the development commentary because I don't care, to be honest. Like, I formulate my own opinions on stuff, and I really don't care what their logic is behind it. It's whether or not it actually fits logically inside of the game itself, whether it makes sense what they're doing. And they could come up with all sorts of reasons they want to. It doesn't really matter to me. Some people need to see it though. What was the latest one where people thought that it was all right after the fact? When they redid. There's a poo-poo tree around here somewhere, guys. When they changed the difficulty levels and people said it basically there's a poo-poo tree. They changed the difficulty level, so if you had like less people, it was more more linear, and then people are like, "Oh, I get this right away." After they said it, they're like, they started clapping their hands and said, "Oh, this makes sense," but people still basically weeks later said that it ruined the game for them on like lower difficulties. We need to play around, guys, and do horrible. I need to spend some time trying to kill chargers here, so. It seems like a lot of my shots deflect. Might be dead here, actually. Should have reloaded. We're gonna do that. That. Oh, we might be dead. We are dead. We are now dead. That is an absolute boatload of charges. They 100% upped the difficulty like a week ago on Helldive, which, by the way, I'm not against. I very much think Helldive should be hard. It's just right now I'm trying to actually play around with the autocannon. Fucking dealing with 3 chargers while messing around with the autocannon is not really working out.
Tactical asset nearby.
Also talking. Stay over here. I gotta get my autocannon back. I'm going the wrong way. I fucking love HOTS! I'm gonna end up playing this coming week, guys. Because I mentioned before, we played a shitload of Helldivers too. And I don't want to burn out on it. I'm just gonna come back for basically war bonds, more than likely, and then we'll play until I get bored of it, which is probably coming up. But fantastic game, very agile development studio, which makes the game fun and very enjoyable. Like, the forums right now are just bitching about how nothing's coming out and nothing's changing. And these fuckers don't realize that literally... Oh my god. You know what? Fuck you guys. Yeah? How are you gonna do that, huh? Bye. Hey, bud. But we're gonna be playing League of Legends coming up, and I haven't played League of Legends in a decade. I've been playing some Aram. Dude. This is like a worst case scenario to fucking... using the fucking autocannon in the first place. By the way, the barrage is not good. It's just flavorful. You guys are curious. Alright. Oh my god, Joel's waiting for me. What a nice guy.
I'm on it.
Shooting the connector. Bro. That's my charger! Go away! Anyways, we're gonna be playing League of Legends.
Sub-objective in your vicinity. Calling in orbital strike.
But I'd rather play Heroes of the Storm, but Heroes of the Storm is dead from a streaming standpoint. No one watches it. No one cares about it. You can't play comp on it either. Fantastic game. Like, playing League of Legends, it is so much slower.
Dropping a pin.
I don't think I can actually kill you from this angle. Or it's gonna take forever.
Requesting air support.
Used to use the Gatling gun all the time.
Orbital inbound. Firing orbital barrage. Clear the area. Ending in an eagle. Requesting air support.
Also need some practice with the fucking vial thing, too. Alright.
Calling down a sentry. Sending in an eagle. Requesting air support.
There you go.
Unleashing democracy.
Sending in an eagle.
Nope, nope. Oh, there's a new charger. Definitely makes things more difficult. Autocannon against fucking bots? God tier. Autocannon against bugs? Oh, wait. My charger!
Sending in an eagle.
Happy dances.
Reloading. Requesting sentry.
Anyways, League of Legends, so much fucking slower than Heroes of the Storm. So much slower, so much less enjoyable. Like, the effective range of your characters in League of Legends is huge, and you move insanely slow. It's why everyone is super dependent on flashing. In addition to the fact that you basically can get stuck into, like, pitfalls of buying items. Unless most people just read guides, and if you don't read a guide, you more than likely get fucked by item buying. A lot of the, like, and the... I fucking hate CS so much. CS is so brain dead. Like, that's time you could be, like, messing around with the enemies or trying to, like, work around their positioning. I should totally turn these into normal grenades. I've talked about that a couple times. Close. Alive. Fuck you. Oh my god. Got the last laugh, guys. Okay.
Eat that. How'd you like the taste of freedom? Requesting orbital.
Gatling Barrage itself isn't really that terrible, but why would you take this when you can have 3 Eagles instead, right? Try to get it past the Biotane. Guy doesn't have his sack anymore.
Sending in an eagle. Mag's empty.
Don't kill it! Oh,
Out of sting.
oh, we're dead. Fuck off! Fuck off, Charger! Alright, well,
Air support.
that's for you guys. That should have caught you. We're dead. They definitely changed, either it's my connection's kind of fucked up, or they slightly altered the hitbox and the chargers and you get hit by stuff that looks like it normally miss you.
Northeast. Far.
But yeah, HOTS is fantastic. I think it removes, that's also why the kids that like Dota and League of Legends do not like HOTS, is because it's basically like MOBA 2.0.
Request approved.
It removed a lot of the pitfalls from and evolved, basically, MOBA games. And HOTS itself has changed a lot over the years, too. It's probably one of the most agilely developed Blizzard games, in my opinion. On a new one. I'm out anyways.
Orbital inbound. Dropping package.
Oh. Spent too much time playing against the bots, guys, or the yeah. What off! What off! I think I would have learned my lesson playing against these guys yesterday. We're getting a lot of smalls, which we weren't getting these a week ago, and autocannon does not work well against smalls.
Have a taste of democracy.
Gotta create distance.
Requesting air support. Get some! Get some!
Not getting a chance to use my autocannon here, guys. Hit by this. There we go. I think I actually got a non-deflect on a leg armor. Yeah, we'll grab that. We're just beta testing things for Joel. Normally this would be fantastic, guys, but with my current loadout, fuck you, Joel. Get the fuck away. That's like one of those. That's a speedwalker. That's a speedwalker charger right there.
Reinforcing. Package acquired.
All right.
Requesting orbital.
Might have to find. There's too many of these. We're gonna 500 kg them.
Dropping package. Requesting air support. Package acquired. Bug.
Yeah. I just rolled. That's not good.
Dropping package. Dropping a pin.
Good. Why the fuck do I have so many fucking bile things changing me? Hey, bud.
Sending in an eagle.
Don't turn around. Good day. Dude, there's fucking like 4 guys chasing me. The fuck is this? Grab some of that. Thank you.
Requesting air support.
Oh, I might. No. Bye bye. All right. Well, they're all dead now.
Package acquired.
Over here.
Calling in orbital.
They are, and not in the Overwatch broke healers, in my opinion. It's always important to have healers. League of Legends healers are like barely do anything, which is actually why a lot of people don't play healers. They play like tanks, right? They play CC because it doesn't really have a place in that game. But oh, 10 cents! Oh my god! What?
Package acquired. Dropping package.
100% agree. Got a bunch of hits there. Go away. I don't need tick damage. Oh, we just blew up his butthole's gone, guys. He has a mad case of hemorrhoids right now. See? It's not outwardly apparent, guys. Hemorrhoids kill.
How'd you like the taste of freedom?
I actually really need.
Orbital inbound.
I actually really need
I need
supplies.
supplies.
That wasn't supposed to be that. I was supposed to find a fucking.
Negative. I need supplies.
Here.
Calling down supplies. Sending down equipment package. Calling down a sentry. Requesting air support. Orbital inbound.
Fuck you, Joel.
Requesting sentry.
Yeah. Yeah. I played. It is one of the few games in which I've actually played a healer. And I like Alex Straza. If you play Alex Straza with the Fireburn build. So not really a traditional way, because Alex Straza. There's, like I said, it's kind of weird. It's like, oh my god, you can't build items. The game actually sucks dick. Team experience. You don't get to fucking sit there and turn off your brain and fucking CS constantly. There are so many different ways you can play the heroes in Heroes of the Storm. It is phenomenal. It is a very multi-directional game.
Requesting air support.
I agree.
Sending in an eagle.
Guys, we were trying to play around with the autocannon, and these guys are not helping me. Autocannon against bugs is not super amazing. But I'm also... I have a fucking skill issue here, and I can't do it when I'm literally playing against like 10,000 fucking bugs.
Sorry.
Let's see. My autocannon drop north.
Tagging map. Northeast.
We aren't even doing anything, by the way. I'm literally effectively doing nothing in this game right now.
Enemy elite. North.
But anyways, you can play, for instance, Alex Straza, and here I played a shitload of Heroes of the Storm off stream, by the way, because it's a dead game from streaming standpoint. And by the way, you can, even though the comp scene is dead, you 100% can play that game and find a quick play game any time of the day. People 5,000% still play the game. It's just they don't play comp. Alex Straza, you can play fire build instead of her. She's very, very, not successful.
I'm on it.
Viable healer at high MMR. Bro, stop stealing my chart. There's like one guy here, and they just keep killing him. There's my supplies, by the way.
Supplies. Southeast.
But you can play Alex Straza and play your fire build, and fire build is what you basically refresh your dragon form by constantly hitting people, and then you can play her dragon form, and she does an absolute fucking shitload of damage when you turn her into a dragon form, which also reduces the cooldown on it, and different than just playing her as a solid healer, and it is very fun. A lot of really cool healers in that game. But yeah, it's not articulated. I'm like trying to stay alive here, guys. Not articulating myself completely because I'm trying to stay alive and manage this at the same time. Karazhan, fun. What else did you mention? White Mane I never really took off on. Ah, physics.
Requesting orbital. Have a taste of democracy.
Game got me the most views. I've been streaming for over a decade. It's gonna be 12 years this August. Full time, basically. You wouldn't know it. Yeah, not everyone turns into fucking ninja. Most views I had was playing consistently, not counting raids and such, was playing the first Titanfall. But that game died out as streamers basically, they reverse hyped it. Like, people found out they're actually shit at the game because it was super fast, and they reverse hyped it, talking about how shit it was.
New man.
I'm not using my autocannon at all, guys.
Requesting orbital strike.
Literally can't use the autocannon, though.
Rare sample acquired.
5,000 things. Like that little fuck? He's literally just gonna get in here? Did I kill him? Happy dances. We might be dead. Like, I can't do any of this shit because there's like a multi-layered defense going on here. Yeah. Anyways, I had about 220 concurrent when I was playing Titanfall. That was back in like 2015, I think it was. For it was like 2 weeks straight. A week and a half straight when the game first came out. Very enjoyable game. Cheaters 100% ruined that game. Very enjoyable game when it came out. Very, very fast paced. The movement between... Don't kill me.
Sample collected.
Kill me, turret. The movement between the mech and the Titan, very, very good. And by the way, there's now everyone's like, oh my god, I don't mind having, you know, like NPCs in games, right? It was actually one of the takeaways that I had from Titanfall, from like kind of a game development perspective, is that PvE, or like NPCs in a game, can actually make it feel more alive. Not that it should be the focus, depending on what kind of game it is. But it actually can make the game feel more fulfilling. The sentiment, however, at the time that Titanfall came out was NPCs in game are bad. Why can't we just have a normal game? Why does there have to be NPCs in here? God, I hate when I get shot for chip damage. I hate when I get shot for chip damage against these NPCs. They give away my position all the time. Why can't I fucking... Why do there have to be NPCs in here? One of those things, and it actually just made it so the game... Oh, we're actually extracting right now.
Sending in an eagle. ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
I'm sitting here talking, guys, we're extracting. Well, there's that. There's 20 minutes left, we're extracting.
T-minus 10 seconds.
Well, we might not be extracting here, guys. We'll see how this goes. Either they'll get on the ship immediately or they'll wait for us.
Pelican 1 arriving at coordinates.
Anyways, Titanfall at the time. Getting between the mech and the normal, like the normal ground mode, phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. The transition, the fluting transition between the mech mode and the normal, like, you know, like ground fighter mode, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. Absolutely fast-paced game too, and like it took a while for me to get used to the speed in that game because it's super fast. Fantastic. The mechs, like the power spike from having a mech, made it feel super, super gratifying too. When you finally got your mech, right? Super gratifying. I love fucking just running around fisting people too, where you just run around and you fucking punch and they just blow up into a fucking blood packet. Fantastic shit.
Rare sample acquired.
Great stuff. There's a lot of cool concepts in that game, and of course it died out because people realized that it was basically like kind of Unreal Tournament as far as like the game speed goes. And there's a lot of streamers that couldn't keep up with that, so then they just shit-talked it to the ground. Personal opinion on why it died, though, was yeah, it was still alive. Was cheaters, though. 100% cheating.
Pelican 1 preparing to depart. Shuttle launch in 20 seconds. Extraction complete. Pelican 1 beginning ascent.
Okay. I guess the guy that was next to me wanted to do a vault. Yeah, potential. That you gotta be careful with that word. I've heard that word used extensively over the years, and there's a lot of games that have potential. This game has an absolute shitload of potential, and there's so many cool things they can actually do with this game, but they have to do it, right? A lot of games have potential. Oh, if you're talking about the most viewers I ever had, though, well, it was technically Titanfall. My basically biggest arc was during H1Z1 days. Once again, close to a decade ago. Where I had roughly 150 to 160 concurrents. Yep. Not everyone grows up, guys. 150 to 160 concurrents at the time. I was basically one of the biggest streamers in the H1Z1 directory. Yeah, that was a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. We still get people that stop in from the H1Z1. I basically have, like, arcs in my game. I played PlanetSide 2, also had a lot of people watching. H1Z1, huge spike in it. Titanfall. And then kind of went down and went to Overwatch, PUBG, and... over the years, a lot of different games we've played through. But, yeah, we went through a lot of different variants, and that kind of hurts when you think about it, but I wouldn't still be streaming if I didn't enjoy it. How the fuck do we only have 213 kills? How do I have the most kills?
Helldiver, glad to have you on.
I guess there's a shitload of Chargers and Bile Titans. So we got the heavy mix of the mixed nuts. 4.8 kilometers. Distance does matter, guys.
Freedom.
That's the Tickler, by the way. Tickler is still good. If you guys are looking for weapons that are kind of no one talks about, that's the Tickler, also known as a Blitzer. It is actually really good against bugs. Not good against bots, though.
Our enemies find the road to Super Earth a difficult path indeed.
Coordinates locked. Hellpods prime.
Dead by Day. Oh, yeah, Dead by Daylight. I played that for 2 years too. Yeah, you're 100% correct. I played that for 2 years, and learned that basically the majority of the viewership in that game is
Orbit.
the majority of the viewership is legitimately survivors, and they don't want to watch good killers. They want to watch you suck at the game. Yeah, they don't like good killers. Much in the way the game's balanced, not around good killers. They don't like good killers. You must have been around for my DBD arc. Yeah. I also played DBD for 2 years. Yeah. Very unique game, very different. It's basically a board game, right? Also cool from a development standpoint. But not really all that engaging. Yeah. Oh, get him with the tip of the tickle? Yeah. That's a long time ago. Well, no, actually, no, that's not. That was like a year ago, wasn't it? It was when I quit. 2 years ago, actually, because I played Overwatch 2 for a year and a half before basically we... Now I've decided to leave that. You know, I played a couple games in between there, which arguably actually Helldivers 2 grew my channel more than Overwatch 2 did, despite playing Overwatch 2 for essentially a year and a half. People in Overwatch 2 only want to watch you play comp, and comp is basically dead. You play against the same people over and over again. This is Last Stand, and I didn't pick up the right stuff for it. I should have taken an autocannon. Oh, Last Stand, this is a tower defense. Grabbed the wrong kick, guys. Well, there's that. I thought this was an eradicate. Ah, you guys are distracting me. Are you guys actually bugs? I think you are. I know, I'll go shut the gates. They have added more, These ground pickups are new. That's new. Okay. Did they increase the spread between the mines? This 100% feels like it's easier to run between this shit now. Did they decrease the number of mines?
Objective located.
Sure they did. That's weird. There definitely has... I talked about this before, like one of the ways they could buff the mine layers by increasing the radius around it.
Tunnel breach! Requesting orbital strike.
Already got a bile thing.
Sending in an eagle. I'm out.
Well, we're probably fucked. Yeah, I should have taken mortars. There's a lot of things I should have done differently here. That would explain why everyone has mortars. Yeah, Nemesis though, touch you with the tickle? Yeah. Just like, Overwatch 2 though really didn't go anywhere. People just want to watch you play. That was a byproduct of the autocannon right there.
Requesting air support.
Good. But they only want to watch you play comp, but this time of the day, comp is basically dead. You get basically the same people, and that's putting aside the cheating that happens in the game, too. It's why we're probably going to go on a League of Legends arc, which League of Legends has been around a really long time. People still watch it. There's still a comp scene for it. So, we'll see where that goes. I'd rather play HOTS, though. Like I said, in terms of, MOBAs? In terms of MOBAs, Heroes of the Storm, in my opinion, is just much better. Like, in League of Legends, you are super, super fucking slow as fuck all the goddamn time. And very, very blind in that game. So, oftentimes you end up in a position where you just get fucked out of nowhere, and there's not really that much you can do about it. Opposed to, Heroes of the Storm, where you're very, mobile? and there's a lot more line of sight. And it's more about placement of your like abilities and kind of maybe micro even. Ranges in Heroes of the Storm, for instance, are a lot lower, depending on what units you're playing. And abilities.
Requesting air support.
There's a mine right there.
Here comes the cavalry.
I don't know how I didn't start on fire.
Requesting advanced weaponry. I'm out. Sending in an eagle. Eagle 1 returning to destroyer for resupply.
One needs 500 kg. Oh, we just lost our 500 kgs. That's what he's talking about. Yeah. Evolve? Yeah, Evolve was kind of a weird bird. Another game with a lot of potential. You think it would have been better. There's a game I used to compare it to, which I played back in the day, which was Giant Citizen Kabuto. Which was actually a pretty fantastic. That's a really, really old game, in which you basically played as 3 different races. 2 of which were traditional races, and then there's a monster. So it was like a 1v1v1, but there's obviously teams involved too.
Requesting orbital strike.
Wish I actually. This would be a good time to have autocannon, by the way.
Helldive reporting to the front.
I don't think you can even kill them with the small arms fire. Anyways, basically, what did Evolve eventually turn into? Like, you had it's one of those games just like Dead by Daylight where it became too difficult for them to balance it. Either you had the monsters running over people, or you had like the SEAL Team fucking 6s coming in that just instantly killed everyone. People blamed it on the monetization. I don't think that's what we're on with it. There's a lot of games that have monetization in them in there. They aren't really that bad. And Evolve came back, right? That was like, what, last year? Where the server started back up. Oh my god, he shut the doors, guys! We're safe!
Requesting air support. Calling in orbital strike. New mag.
The guy that has EAT should be calling them in more. I don't have anything to use against this guy.
Requesting sentry. Calling down a sentry. Sending in an eagle. Requesting sentry.
There's an autocannon.
Calling in reinforcements. Heavy.
Yeah. I mean, 400 players per day, putting aside the fact that it could just be people that have the client open.
Reporting to the front.
Right?
Fire in the hole.
Isn't that many? I don't think that's enough to keep a game alive.
Requesting tac.
I need to go AFK, sorry guys. What? Oh.
Tunnel bridge.
Mom knows he's still up. He's supposed to be at school right now. It actually seems like they toned down the fire a lot more than 15%. Like I should have been dead just now.
Heavy. North. 50 meters. Requesting air support.
But in the case of Evolve, I had the personal, like when it launched, I played the game, I streamed the game, right? And I had the personal experience of... Where's my shield? of shipbird squads when you play against pre-mates and they just walk all over you. And then you like, there's only like one monster you could actually play, which was the Kraken, if I remember right. And then they nerfed the Kraken. I think I only played it for maybe like a month or a couple weeks. Not going down there. Guys distracted me. I was supposed to get a mortar, guys.
Calling down a support weapon. Calling in orbital strike. Gas strike incoming. Tunnel breach.
Well,
New mag.
I don't know if I want to go down there. Who the fuck is the guy with the EATs?
Requesting air support.
Well, I need to put that there.
Calling down a sentry. Requesting sentry.
No.
Calling down a sentry.
Reason you play DVDs because you can play Evolve? So you can play a super strong character? Yeah. It really isn't like, even Dead by Daylight isn't really like Evolve, right? And we're pretty fucked now. Dead by Daylight obviously is more like, it is more like a board game, whereas Evolve was more like a shooter, right? Whoop, whoop, whoop. But I can't actually. You get the red X's sometimes. I don't know if you can actually kill them. In the pooper.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
Goes my shield. There was supply cases here somewhere. Need a supply case. Yeah, I never really played Cho'Gall because you need two people to do it. But yeah, and there, it's another example of just like Heroes of the Storm just being a really, really kind of cool game. Because you definitely had some Cho'Galls that didn't do fucking shit, and it's like literally being like,
Requesting orbital strike. Ending in an eagle.
no Dappy Dents. I might be dead. I couldn't move.
Reinforcing.
Yeah, Cho'Gall. Good Cho'Galls. Like, once again, playing at high MMR, because I don't play comp in Heroes of the Storm, because there's no reason to. Good Cho'Galls literally could walk all over your team. Like, you had to literally be super careful around them. I don't know where there it is. Bad Cho'Galls are literally like being gimped. Like, you're missing, like, a player on your team, which is actually really, really horrifyingly bad. My shield pack in here somewhere. I don't know where it is. I think someone took it. Huh.
Requesting air support. Calling in orbital.
Yeah. Yeah, Yep. Can't do two things. I can't talk and play games. It doesn't work. It's just hilarious because I'm a streamer. I mean, it's when you actually start talking about some really fucking cool shit. Heroes of the Storm, I think, is actually honestly just a really fucking cool game. It really is. It caught a lot of negative flack because everyone that played Dota and League of Legends, the skills and like aren't directly transferable. You can't just play League of Legends or Dota and be insanely good at Heroes of the Storm. It's much more oriented on objectives and goals. Oh, that's in the wrong spot. But I'm gonna take that. Probably would have been a lot easier if I took mortars. Oh, well, he made that disappear. But Heroes of the Storm, very, very cool game. There's a lot of people in my copious amount of time playing that game. There's a lot of, you could tell who is basically a LoL player and comes into the game and they get like whiny and bitchy because it's not working the same way as League of Legends does. And they try playing it the same way and it does clearly doesn't work. They always run back to their fucking turrets too. And like will constantly just like avoid fights. Because they don't want to take a fight when they're down. And you sometimes have to take fights when you're down.
Sending in an eagle.
Very cool game. Luckily, it's not dead. Blizzard, in their infinite knowledge, didn't decide to just turn the game off, which would have been hilarious. There's really no reason the game should die, assuming they aren't like sucking up a shitload of resources. You just leave them on maintenance forever, and they earn you a little bit of money. Because you can still buy shit for Heroes of the Storm too, right? Sure, they're still making some money, probably enough to pay for the servers, at the very least. Hey, bud. Ah, for some reason that didn't kill me.
Tech pack inbound.
I'll fucking use anything to kill him right now. Gold just giggled when I got on that turret, by the way, guys.
Calling in orbital strike.
5 minutes remaining. I repeat, 5 minutes remaining.
Yeah. I'm not exactly sure why it turns on and off. There's like theories on what it, like why it actually keeps doing that. I haven't really heard a concrete theory on why they do that. Oh, we're done.
Extraction is
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
What the fuck is that?
I'm out.
Why?
Requesting fortification.
They find some... Are they trying to crash it? No.
Requesting fortification. Calling down a sentry.
I guess they really hate the generators? What the fuck are they doing? Why?
Reinforcing. Liberty save me.
I guess they really fucking hate the generators, guys. Okay.
Calling in reinforcement.
Yeah?
Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Do you, bro? Yeah, back when turrets had ammo. So if you guys didn't know, Heroes of the Storm has went through many revisions over time. Originally, Heroes of the Storm turrets had ammo on them? Okay. What are these guys doing?
Launch countdown. Extraction complete.
Alright,
Pelican
well,
1 beginning ascent.
good. I guess. They really, really wanted to do that, so. Ah, but yeah, Heroes of the Storm originally had some, they had turret ammo, which didn't make sense, to be perfectly honest. I don't know why it had ammo in the first place, because they weren't super effective in what they did, but they did, you know, kind of did their job. Yeah, they definitely needed to get rid of that, and they did. Yeah, that was a long time ago. Back when I actually started playing the game, like, kind of, not really full-time because I wasn't streaming it, but playing it as an enjoyment thing, the turrets definitely did not have ammo still, so. Fucking had, like, what, they have, like, 20 shots before they oh, it was something absurd. Yeah, it made no sense in any way, shape, or form. Anyways. But yeah, in the case of Evolve was kind of a weird bird. Mainly just, like, it would definitely oscillated back and forth between SEAL Team 6 literally just instantly gibbing you, or the monster just killing basically puggers. There wasn't really an in-between on that. And for some strange reason, the monster could talk to the other team constantly. Like, you could hear voice comms while playing the game. It was so fucking stupid. It made no sense.
A triumphant return.
Okay. Alright, guys.
He's much ever closer.
Alt F4. Dump the lobby. We're gonna pick up a new lobby here, guys, and probably do some more bugs. That was distracting me here. We need to play around with the autocannon more against the bugs. Which, in all actuality, I'd say the autocannon kind of sucks against bugs. Like, the effectiveness it actually has at killing Bile Titans or Chargers is actually very... Chargers are alright. Bile Titans, dealing with them is, well, no, even Chargers, you have to get around behind the pooper, right? And you can't do that with fucking three bugs or 3 Chargers. But, I mean, realistically, I should be using my... stratagems. I don't know. So Fenrir, Pennington, Fenrir again. Oh! So I was thinking, I mentioned before, it seems as though I have a lot of problems with deflected hits with autocannon. I wonder if playing on someone else's server might actually fix that. Well, you can actually play, you know, you could argue that because autocannon isn't that great against bugs, it should be good against bots. But that just means you don't need to take it all the time, right? So if you play against bugs, you don't need to take it at all. So while it might only be good against, really good against bots, against bugs, you know, it's kind of mediocre. You just don't even take it at all? That doesn't really hold any water, because you literally just, you don't need to take it. You just wouldn't take it at all, right? So it's not really even balanced, because it's not an either-or scenario. You don't need to take it for bugs and bots. You just take it for one or the other. It doesn't matter. Fuck Bay. Go to Paddington.
Initiating FTL jump to the Pandion system.
Paddington system? Of course, guys.
FTL jump successful. Hellpods primed. Mission coordinates locked.
Oh, geez. Well, there's that. We could actually get rid of my, change things up here a bit. We're getting a lot of smalls. Do some adjudicator action? Yes.
Engaging orbital thrusters.
Last 2 days, a lot of smalls.
Orbit synchronized.
It's weird because normally if you actually hear about someone that's actually legitimately given Heroes of the Storm like a chance, like they've actually tried out the game and not just like immediately thrown it out because their friends hate it or because they heard that it's a shitty version of League of Legends or something. Like they've actually legitimately given a chance. Usually they prefer it over HOT or LoL or Dota. It's just no one talks about it and no one plays the
Pod launch suspended.
comp on it. By the way, if you play comp on it, you're gonna have a bad experience. No one does it. And there's MMR in quick play, so it doesn't really matter. You don't need to play comp. Ah! Drawing circles. I love drawing circles. Got rid of the 500 kg stratagem just now, so we'll do that.
Launch initiated.
You missed it. This is pre-game party where we just joined. Alrighty. There's not what we want to see.
Going down a support weapon.
Bird nests.
Going down a support weapon.
Yeah, now you just covered the entire fucking thing with...
Reloading.
But... Charger found the mini nuke, guys. Good morning, David. How's it going? Pretty good. Killing some bugs here, you know, doing the usual.
Calling in reinforcements.
Good. He found the mini nuke. Yeah.
Reinforcements have been launched.
They really should put like an arrow on people when you come down. I mean, they are the Magicka developers and they're kind of trolly, right? But I would like to avoid my teammates without killing them.
Allied destroyer joining squadron, deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
My God, there's actually two.
Dropping a pin.
But no,
100 meters.
no, 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 no.
Live structure destroyed.
Yeah. Good. When did I start streaming? August 2012. First game I streamed was a game called Blacklight Retribution. Derp 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 derp. You get out of here. Game called Blacklight Retribution. One of the coolest games as far as modifications go out of any game I've ever played. Coolest game I've ever played. For being able to change your weapons, modify them. I might be out of range, I don't know. Fuck off. Tough to tell because I'm looking straight down my shots. Oh, there he goes. Very, very cool. It had a really weird monetization system where basically you could rent or buy components of weapons. So obviously you could either purchase them permanently, which was really expensive, with in-game currency or, you know, obviously money. Go away. Go away. Nose, I need it. Ah, he's exfoliating the bugs, guys. Ah, look at that. You know, you have to clean the algae off turtles, guys. That's what he's doing right now. This is actually what preserve keepers for the bugs do to make sure that they don't spread salmonella. Because I'm pretty sure you can't actually kill the charger by doing that. Like maybe you can eventually kill it by shooting it in the pooper. Yeah. Oh, that almost killed me. Oh, I love this game. He's trying to prevent the spread of salmonella by cleaning the shell of the fucking charger. Oh. There's another one. Yeah, I mean, eventually it does a little bit. You know, it cooks the charger, but that takes a lot of time to fucking do that. No, don't kill me. You bitch. What do you mean? Get out of here. Get out here. This ain't your land. Get away from me. Might be dead.
Not today! Requesting orbital.
Oh. You get out of range of that. Bro, go away. Ah, he's a shorty now. Hemorrhoids, guys. Hemorrhoids are the real killer.
Dropping a pin, west, 300 meters.
Oh no! Oh, David, we had such a good thing going for us, you know? We're laughing, we're giggling together, and then you're like, "Oh, can I sell you a banner?" And I'm like, So, no, I'm not interested in graphics. Maybe when I get a couple thousand people, I'll hire someone, but up until that point, and if anyone is ever interested in graphics, you probably could use AI to do it pretty cheaply. And it's extremely easy to use. Yeah. The elephant in the room.
Bug outpost.
Especially people that have, you know, like mom and pop operations just starting out. Did we grab the butt plug? Someone did.
West, 300 meters.
Requesting sentry.
Oh. Okay.
Reloading. Requesting air support.
I'm not dead. Fuck off! I am having a 1v1 with Bilethane, which, by the way, is pretty difficult.
Found something.
Pretty good.
Reloading. Dropping a pin. Southeast, 100 meters.
You don't want to kill Bilethane Shin. That actually might kill Bilethane Shin.
Administering freedom.
Get some! Get some! Found something! How about a nice cup of liver?
Ah! Got all the little guys. Good.
Bug outpost!
Get right in here. There we go. So maybe if I hit my entire magazine on this guy, my entire fucking reload.
Tagging map. Northwest, 100 meters.
If I hit my entire... Oh my god. Oh.
Requesting air support!
Keep liberty.
Objective nearby.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
If I hit my entire magazine or loadout of the autocannon on its... No, I don't even think so. It takes like 12 shots, 15 shots to kill the pooper on the Bilethanes. It takes a lot. I'd almost say so. Well, I originally said that the autocannon needs to be nerfed against bots because it's extremely good against bots. It needs apparently maybe needs to be buffed against the fucking bugs. This is absurd. This is like my first experience using the autocannon, guys, was against bugs. Why I didn't think it was all that great, because against bugs, it isn't really all that great. But do you have any friends with you? I need to kill them before we duel. No? Sounds like you do. Okay. Well, okay.
Found something.
Select. Now he's missing his pooper. His chargers, it's alright. Once again, if there's 2 chargers, you're gonna have a lot of problems, though. So, maybe not. I don't know. 2 chargers. Usually when you see 2 chargers, you also have fucking Bile Titans. You have, a bunch of little small fry chasing around too at the same time, so you can't really position yourself because of the multi-layered defense. You can't really position yourself to kill them.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
And by the way, I'm not even paying attention to my stream for the most, or the game. We're just trying to just trying to play, like, test out the autocannon against bugs for the most part. Oh, also need to do this. Other one.
Reloading!
South, close. Calling down a support weapon.
Bug outpost spotted. Prepare to exterminate.
Another one in there, right? Where the fuck is it? There it is. Oh, wait. This is a nest. I thought this was one of those little...
Freedom, triumphs over tyranny at once. The extraction shuttle awaits your request.
Throwing grenade!
Maybe we'll get lucky and get some ammo.
Tagging map, northeast.
Oh, actually, we don't need ammo.
Marking location, north. Enemy elite.
Yes, no, yeah, uh-huh. Hitting a man when he's down.
Injury? What injury? Rare sample acquired. Log tunnel breach.
Found something.
There we go. But anyways, as far as an intro or outro goes, like Mid-Journey, if you guys are interested, all the things that David fears, Mid-Journey is a good place to start if you're looking for AI artwork generation. Basically, most thumbnails on like YouTube are AI generated, especially nowadays. Are AI generated.
I need supplies.
Guy wants to extract already. These sometimes have ammo at them, not in the pit though, they're on the outskirts.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
picked it all up.
I need supplies.
What's going on over here?
Requesting orbit.
Bro. Yeah. Getting shot by my teammate really did not help things here.
Sending in an eagle.
Yeah, I know, dude.
Here comes the cavalry.
Fire in the hole.
Tagging location. South.
God.
South.
Northeast, 50 meters.
Bro. God's pooper.
Extraction.
Extraction.
Hey, guys. Here I thought my teammate was backing me up. He fucking left already. Alright, well.
Orbital inbound.
Requesting air support.
Alright, I guess we're leaving. I came down here to help with the fucking radar station, but I guess we aren't doing that. Good. And they're pretty easy to use. AI is something that's not going away. A lot of people fucking hate it, especially more creative folk hate on it because it is a job security thing. It is 100% going to affect a lot of different jobs. The most obvious one that it's already affecting is the graphical arts industry, graphical industry in general. It makes things very easy. The common rhetoric to it is it copies stuff. It copies stuff, right? But the way that art works is everyone copies each other. That's how you learn. People in general learn. Same thing with coding. You just make stuff and then you make your, depending on your style, you make your own amalgam. I'm sure I'm not winning any brownie points here with artists. I'm talking about this, but
Calling in reinforcements.
there he goes. And AI very much functions the same way, where it learns off data sets and then kind of mixes it together and makes amalgams. Depending on what kind, you obviously still have to do QA and check to make sure there isn't 6 fingers and people with 5 eyeballs and whatnot. There's all different sorts of ways you can affect it, or change it with all sorts of criteria. It's basically programming. All different sorts of criteria you can set up to affect it and make it, Die to die. Ha! Oh. Alright. By the way, capping my frame rate at 100 FPS did not do anything. It has nothing to do with basically the FPS generation. My guess is almost all the stuttering is coming from physics effects in the game. So when a bunch of monsters spawn or when they die, and like you see all the fucking rubble that pops up now, that's physics. Depending on the physics engine, they can accelerate that.
Orbital inbound.
ETA, T-minus 30 seconds.
Tagging map. Southwest. 50 meters.
ETA, T-minus 20 seconds.
I can't get under there. Alright. I'm not going under there.
10 seconds, clear landing zone.
Ah! The laser exfoliators. Ah, making sure that Bile Titan feels lovely. Oh, buddy.
This is Pelican 1, preparing for touchdown.
Sending in an eagle.
Countdown initiated. Stand by for
Well, I
takeoff.
guess we're leaving without that other guy, so.
Requesting air support.
Okay. Bye, I2. Yeah, I know!
That's called democracy.
I know! That's why I didn't risk it, is because you'll get one or two scenarios at the end of the guys. You'll either get a group that immediately extracts the moment they can, or you'll get people that wait. It is a dice roll. And I've had both.
Today you carved another foot in a long climb to liberty.
Yeah, AI is not going anywhere. In any way, shape, or form. I'm sure David just ran away the moment I mentioned AI, but... uh-huh. Because it's true. Very, well, you gotta know something. I'm a firm believer, by the way, that they shouldn't be teaching math anymore. They should be teaching programming. Programming is legitimately applied math, and it's much easier to understand, and it's something that you basically... Computers aren't going away. Until the apocalypse happens, computers aren't going away at all. Really advanced math you need to know for, you know, some sorts of programming. And you can make programming fun. Visual-based programming, or just even mods for games. For instance, is a very good visual programming way of doing visual programming. And it teaches people life skills at the same time. Very, very important. But it's a visual way of learning, and at the same time, it's something that is applicable to real life. But teaches you basic math too. Teaches you also advanced math, and you still need to learn some super advanced math depending on what you're doing. But for making mods, you really don't even need to. You don't even need that.
All these samples will help fund upgrades to the Super Destroyer.
It look like a female armor.
Has left squadron.
Oh no, I think it's because the mask is so big. Ick. Fuck you. You know what? Fuck you. This is my outrage.
Allied destroyer
Yeah,
has left
suck it.
squadron.
I think it's the helmet that makes the body look smaller. That's really weird. Razor Flake.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods prime. Engaging orbital thrusters.
Anyways, as far as using AI goes, it is kind of programming in and of itself, but you have to do basic troubleshooting. The weird shit is, guys, AI is 100% going to bankrupt. Like, not emotionally, educationally bankrupt, like an entire generation until basically academic system figures out how to deal with it. There is no way they can nail it down. Basically, it's all going to come down to practical work, as opposed to something where you're like write a paper. Like the really fucking weird shit is like the people they're catching for using AI, like cheating. Like what is it? They did a study is like 80% of the people using in universities right now are using fucking AI to write their papers. It's something absurdly high, and it, you know, if the fucking AI does it for you, you're literally learning nothing, right? But it works, and so people just do it. Like they have to go to like writing papers in class, which is kind of ridiculous, but yeah, I don't know. That's fucking crazy. But like the weird shit, they aren't catching people. Like there's all different sorts of ways that AI can catch people for like plagiarism or just like plagiarizing an AI piece. However, there's all sorts of false positives. Like literally won't actually catch people in any meaningful manner, and there's a high probability that it'll actually catch people that are writing the papers, and you can't. They're undependable tools. Very undependable tools, but like universities are doing that right now because they don't really have a choice. But even then, like the people they're catching for cheating is like, this is written by a large language model. Please take this with a grain of salt. I'm not actually a medical professional, etc., etc. Right? You know, one of those things. They literally they do so little effort. They have so little effort that they don't even bother like editing the paper that it just spit out, like at all. They literally don't even bother editing it or reading it over. They just leave it all in. It's fucking like lowest effort, lowest possible effort. Crazy stuff. I'm a large language model, and may say things that are not true. Please do not depend on me for legal advice. And they just copy paste it into the paper. Like they don't even bother proofreading the fucking paper. That being said, AI is also not going away, and people need to learn how to use it and work in a world in which it exists, right? AI is very beneficial for coding, too. I've used AI to code. I'm sure there's people that code all the time that will look at the code and go, oh my god, this is terrible. But the actuality is it actually works. So, yeah. I think it actually does stuff that you want it to. That's basically all you're looking for. Depending on what you're doing. Obviously, I wouldn't use it for some mission-critical stuff, but if you're just trying to like write a little code piece or something for a scraper or something, it's actually really, really easy to use. Extremely easy to use. If you're a programmer, you probably should have touched it by now. I think we need to restart my game. Also, we're going to turn off my frame rate limiter because it apparently does nothing. Alright. The matchmaker still has issues in which you get stuck in limbo. We're going to keep doing bugs, guys, and I'm going to keep trying to use... we did bots for a while with the autocannon. Bots with autocannon is very, very easy. Not very, very easy as in you can't actually have a challenge at all, but rather compared to everything else, it is very, very easy. Depends on how challenging they want to make it overall. Either means they have to bring everything up to the level of the autocannon, or they have to nerf the autocannon. Not sure which way it's going to go.
Mission coordinates locked. Hellpods primed. Allied destroyer has joined squadron.
There we go. Almost instantly get people matchmaked with you.
Engaging
Matchmade.
orbital
Matchmaked.
thrusters. Helldivers to Hellpods. Repeat. Helldivers to Hellpods. Orbit synchronized.
You're doing democracy's work. Always good to have another hero on board.
Yep. Not in the honeymoon mood for the new Helldivers. Pretty good. He wants to spawn on the side of the map. So the side of the map, guys, if you were a new Helldiver, seems like a good idea. The problem is, if you're on the edge of the map, you can only run away in 180 degrees. And what that means is when you're getting pushed against a wall, you get fucked by the wall. You get fucked up against the wall. Instead of being able to run away, you get fucked up against the wall. It's not where you want to be with your life when it happens. Some people really, really find security in the fact that basically enemies can come from only 180 degrees. But that means you can't run away. So... need 500 kgs again. It's like the... like an initial pitfall if you play as a new person. I think it's a good idea, but it's not. 380 guaranteed to kill us. I really think they missed the mark on the 380s. They should revert the 380s to what it was originally, and then just make it double the amount of shots it fires, so just pace the whole area. Yep.
Launch initiated.
120s may be kind of useful. I think they need to increase the number of rounds that it fires. Once again, because stuff will survive in the 120. Maybe make it longer? I don't actually know. That's a tough one. There's some bird trees. There's some more bird trees.
Found something.
I'd be out of range on that.
Tagging map. East. 200 meters. Reloading!
Got ticks. Corrosive bugs. Hey, bud. Oh. Well, we can't stand around here anymore.
Main objective near your position.
Requesting orbital.
Okay. Do that. Do that right there. Okay.
Sending in an eagle.
The bird nest. Bug nest right there?
Reloading. Requesting air support.
But no. File Titan root our charge date, guys, or not our charge date, our play date. Yep.
Requesting air support.
And this is super effective against big heads, and basically in the medium-sized bugs. Has issues.
You will never destroy our way of life. Mag's empty.
His head?
How'd you like to taste
No.
of freedom? Mag's empty.
Permanent hive structure destroyed.
Finish reloading. I dodged it, guys. Ooh.
Calling in reinforcements.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Ready to liberate.
Bitch. Wow. Normally these guys turtle right away. They changed the AI a bit when they did that. So you normally just do this, and then you kill them, right? Bitch! Fuck you.
Structure destroyed.
My autocannon, no.
Freedom's purity secured.
Yeah.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. Far. Bug outpost spotted.
I don't know. Maybe it doesn't need to be buffed against bugs. I don't know. This gun in general is kind of weird. Fuck off. Bitch. Think about what you did. Think about what you did, huh?
Sending in an eagle. Bug tunnel breach.
Close. Hey, I mean, I could just do that instead.
Reloading.
Enemy tactical asset within range.
Alright. Stalker Nest. Go help D2 in case he's getting overwhelmed. Maybe check for some ammo here, real quick. Part of the landing pad.
Supplies.
Yeah, okay, I get it. You're watching my stream. I get it, Arrowhead. You're watching the stream. That's way the fuck in the middle of nowhere. like fucking AI. I swear to God.
Mag's empty.
Yeah. That is not what I want to do.
Requesting sentry.
Enough. Talking about AI guys, and I don't even have a microphone hooked up to my main computer, so it's impossible. Oh my God. Why are you over here? No. Kill myself trying to kill you, that's fine. Well, I'm out of shots. Oh, hey, bud.
Tagging map. Northwest, 100 meters.
Still love this gun, guys. It's not the best gun in the game, but it is absolutely fucking chonky as fuck to use. It just makes you feel good using it. It is a feel-good weapon. Sometimes there's ammo here. No, you got it already.
I need supplies. Found something.
Don't have anything to use against these guys. This still works alright. Yeah, you're gonna cry? You gonna cry? Huh?
Sending in an eagle. For prosperity. Reloading.
Marking location.
I need supplies.
You grab them all. Sometimes these bug holes have supplies in them.
Mag's empty. You will never destroy orbital.
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Requesting air support. I need supplies. Rare sample acquired. Sample
Oh my God, an ammo box! We're saved! Another ammo box! I need them all. Actually had a round left.
for prosperity. Sending in an eagle.
As I mentioned before, guys, you 100% should be able to, like, maybe long hold on a reload or something and force the gun, the autocannon to...
Sending in an eagle.
What the fuck was that? Sounded like the start of a 120. Force the autocannon to eject the last shell so you can do a full reload.
Supplies. New mag. Reloading. Mag's empty. Rare sample acquired.
Not a bad idea at all. See? We're fine. Never have I ever been fucked doing that.
Got a sample.
Let's go this way. I think we're missing a lot of shit on the map still. We got 2 bug trees, a stalker nest, so there's possibly 2 more objectives. 1 to 2. I've seen maps with 4. Landing pad.
Calling down a sentry.
Found something.
Barrel is here so you auto-vault it. That is its sole purpose in life.
Mission at 30 minutes remaining.
Oh. Surprisingly few ticks we're seeing.
Throwing grenade.
Hey, bitch. I heard you want to see my autocannon, huh? Huh?
Liberty emerges victorious yet again.
Get that damage?
Extract with courage.
Heavy. Southeast. 50 meters.
Oh.
Heavy. North.
We just got blundered. I thought it was going to do a tappy, and instead it did a tappy dance.
Orbital strike.
Ah, the rare recoilless. Think adequate buff for this would 100% give you 2 shots per shell, or per reload. And there's ways they could graphically do that, which would drastically increase the effectiveness every time you reload, in addition to giving it kind of a niche, and it would increase its ammo effectiveness efficiency too. Alright. Oh, they threw me right on my body. It's like EAT should get 3 to 4 per drop instead of 2. Bring them up to Quasar status and give them a niche as well. Quasar definitely does not need to be nerfed again.
Tagging map. East. 300 meters.
I heard it right when it happened.
Request approved. Reinforcements on the way.
Oh. Oh, we're fine.
Reporting to the front.
But and the ground, please.
New mag.
Fuck is a question mark in the ground?
Heavy. Southwest. Close.
Requesting orbital. New mag.
Houston, we have a problem.
Invest.
Close. Aiming at it enough? But
Requesting air support.
Unleashing democracy.
that's for you. Let's try to. Guess we're doing this. I was gonna try killing it with the. Jesus fucking Christ.
Requesting
I was
air
gonna try
support.
killing it with the barrage, which is sometimes possible to kill a bio tank with the barrage. It is very rare though.
Requesting air support.
But
Reinforcing.
lucky I'm not here for you.
Reloading.
Requesting air support.
Maybe I should aim underneath it.
Requesting sentry.
Trying to help Big Brother fucking Charger Chan.
Calling down a support weapon.
Little fucking speed boost they gave those fucks, very annoying. I swear we were here earlier, right?
Requesting orbital.
Gonna break it. Did not.
Say hello to democracy. Sending in an eagle.
Like they're playing to protect the guy. Oh my god. We gotta leave. I need to reload this shit too.
Sending in an eagle.
Fuck am I even?
Here comes the cavalry.
Fog tunnel breach.
Sending in an eagle. Orbital inbound. Eagle 1 withdrawing to rearm.
Found something. New mag.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Mag's empty.
You. I see you. You guys are trying. Fucking Joel's teaching you new tricks going on here? What the fuck's going on? Joel's teaching him battle tactics, guys.
Heavy, west, close.
Uh-huh.
Supply.
Like, there's like no way to attack this. Maybe you can shoot in the collar? You can shoot in the collar.
Orbital inbound.
Team reload required.
Reloading.
Good.
Reinforcing.
Liberty returns, locked and loaded.
Second one. There it is.
Requesting air support. Mag's empty. Fog tunnel breach. That's called democracy.
There we go. Well, I can go over the pooper on this guy? No, there's a bunch of small fry.
Sending in an eagle.
Put the guy over here? Yes, it is.
Calling in reinforcement. Rare sample acquired. Got a sample.
A lot of better ways to take care of these things than fucking autocannon for sure. Oh, that's not good. Who the fuck did that? Is my teammate? I don't know exactly just happened to... That is a stalker. Not good. No, no. Everything was unloaded, guys. Hey, look, guys, we found a stalker.
Reinforcing.
Mission at 20 minutes remaining. Request approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Joining the fray.
Jesus Christ. And somehow there's definitely a stalker nest somewhere. No idea. No fucking idea where that guy came from. He just out of nowhere. And it took somewhere between like here to here. But he came from behind us, so.
Got a sample.
Sending in an eagle.
Sample collected. Bug outpost spotted. Dropping a
Where the fuck is the stalker nest? Right here?
Rare sample acquired. Requesting orbital. Found something.
Enemy tactical asset within range.
Yep. Found it.
Calling in reinforcements.
We get a chance to get a syringe off.
Reinforcement budget remaining.
Sending in an eagle.
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Democracy has landed. Requesting air support. Jackpack inbound.
Requesting advanced weaponry.
I just saw you. There you go.
Bag's empty. We've got equipment. Rare sample acquired. Reloading.
Definitely not interested in that.
Rare sample
So I was talking
acquired.
before, like, one way they could actually spruce up the stratagems, guys, is to make it...
Sample collected.
You could have two stratagem weapons, which I don't actually think... Still don't think is a bad idea. But if they wanted to further differentiate it so it's not too OP, you make it so you have, like, a heavy and, like, a light stratagem category. So, like, LMGs, for instance, would fall into the light category. And things like heavy weapons, like an autocannon, would fall into the heavy category. You don't get to, like, double fist a quasar or whatever.
Reloading. We've got equipment.
Uh-huh.
Got a sample.
Yes. Who's gonna find it over here? It's in the middle of nowhere.
Bug tunnel breach! Sending in an eagle!
Can't see anything. So why can M4 point out something on the map that no one can see? Including him.
Dropping a pin. Southwest. Far.
Yeah. I know you can do, it's not really an exploit, but you can actually click around the map until you actually, like, it hits something. But I believe it flags it.
You may proceed to extraction when ready.
Ready yet?
Requesting air support!
This I would say is actually was easier than our last map we played. Maybe I'm using the autocannon less too. Or I got rid of the plasma grenade launcher.
Requesting air support.
Yeah, I was not working with my load up.
Orbital inbound!
Requesting orbital. Heavy. South. Close.
Requesting air support! Bug
Hey,
tunnel
Beatles.
breach! Mag's empty!
Sending in an eagle.
It's like trying to use up all my ammo.
Say hello to democracy! Orbital inbound!
Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
Found the charger and hit my head. Good. Lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Extraction is available.
Reinforcing!
Request approved. Reinforcements have been launched.
Ready to liberate!
Yep. But
Requesting sentry.
I have to kindly ask you guys to not attack me.
Fire in the hole!
And my teammate just set me on fire. Kind of serves as redundant using the barrage and the
New mag!
bug report.
Get some! Get some!
We're gonna wait because I only have one.
Mag's empty!
Oh, okay. Nope. Okay.
Heavy, southwest, close.
Reinforcing.
I went like where he's gonna go, and then it moved his leg, and then I went where he's gonna go, and then it stepped him in. That was tragic.
Tagging location. Supplies.
Yeah, I just did that to your friend.
Eagle!
A lot of shit here. We're gonna cut him around the edge. Cut him up the top. Cut him in the open. Kill a shitload. Ish.
How'd you like the taste of freedom? Reloading!
Like, autocannon against these guys, easy as shit.
Mag's empty!
Bro, this guy needs to fuck off. Don't take my goddamn angle. Cause then we get shit like that.
Requesting orbital. For prosperity! You man!
I guess we are. I thought we were at the pad. We're not. Definitely not the pad. Going to the pad. These guys are all over here because I'm over here. So let's go to the pad.
Requesting air support.
Heavy. North. Close.
Proceed to extraction when ready.
Calling down a support weapon.
Supplies, cancel that. Northwest. Marking location. Northwest. Never mind. I'm on it! Supplies, tagging location. Cancel that.
Sending in an eagle.
Calling in extraction.
Extraction request confirmed. Shuttle inbound.
Sample. Tagging location. Never mind. Northwest. Affirmative. Requesting air support.
Requesting air support.
Dog tunnel breach.
Prophecy's on its way.
This guy's really annoying. They gave him the Brood Lord treatment.
Get some! Eat this!
ETA minus 2 minutes, 30 seconds.
Where they do the after death, like, lunging. It's not as...
Sending in an eagle.
Here comes the cavalry. Sending in an eagle.
Not as annoying or as strong as the Brood Lord charge, though.
Calling in reinforcements.
ETA minus 2 minutes.
You guys.
Have a taste of democracy.
Unleashing democracy.
Lots of smalls.
Enemy down, baby.
We're gonna try and group them up.
Sending in an eagle.
Play. Oh, we've been dead. We're more than likely dead. Fine.
Enemy down, baby.
Guy's almost dead. There must be a front way to shoot the bioplanes, like your collar or something. I'm not exactly sure.
Blood life for Super Earth.
Oh.
ETA minus 1 minute.
Sending in an eagle. Orbital inbound.
Firing orbital barrage.
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
Yeah.
ETA, T-minus 30 seconds. ETA, T-minus 20 seconds.
Ah.
ETA, T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
There has to be a better way to kill those things with the autocannon. I must just not know what it is. I don't know where to hit it.
Sending in an eagle. Requesting air support.
If that stuck, by the way, that would actually be horrifyingly bad. That's 380. We're gonna leave. I'm gonna leave. I don't know what these guys are doing. We legit can just instantly... Yeah. That's why I left. Nothing quite like having our entire group instantly die to a 380.
Democracy prevails once more.
Had that happen before. Joel gets really trolly with his programming, guys. He wants to land one of those right on your face. It's not RNG. I mean, it is RNG. It's just you have a higher probability of it landing on your face and killing it. So. Ah, it's kills. We don't even have her farm on. We didn't have her blaze dog on. Mr. Pickles did not like dying at the end there. He was very bereaved. Poor Mr. Pickles didn't make
Your fellow Helldivers rage against the enemy's tyranny.
And a blitz. Alright.
Hellpods prime.
Yeah, we all showed up with their blood-soaked clothing, guys. Mr. Pickles looks brand new. Poor Mr. Pickles. Alright, blitz.
Orbit synchronized.
I see. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. I'm gonna go right here. Keep using autocannon, Chan. Mechs are definitely something they could buff. Definitely not DPS on them, but like longevity. If they die too easy, some people don't even take them.
Has joined squadron.
They run out of ammo fairly fast too.
Orbital thrusters.
First came out, a lot of people thought they were broken though.
Orbit
Good.
synchronized.
He's dog. Go pack. No. Oh, there we go. This, by the way, is not enough to deal with Bile Titans or Chargers. Yeah, the 380s again? No, that's 120. 120, you know, kind of works out. 380s, though, literally designed to kill your team. There we go. He needed some encouragement.
Hellpod launch initiated.
There 100% has to be a better way of killing the Bile Titans with the fucking, boop! Alright. There 100% has to be a better way of killing the Bile Titans with the autocannon that I just must not realize right now. What's going on there? Don't kill me. Alright, bro. Noble is armoring you guys up. Oh. Very unfortunate. We might be dead. I can't move. I literally can't move. I still can't fucking move. Holy fucking shit!
Throwing grenades!
Dear God. Give me that high diff, guys. Love it. Not so much when I'm trying to learn stuff. How are you... Fuck off. By the way, guys, don't shoot off the legs on those things. They become more lethal. Do that.
Reloading.
Hey, bud.
Requesting air support.
Jesus Christ.
Sending in an eagle.
Think this is real? This is real. Oh my God.
Orbital strike.
Alright.
Rare sample acquired.
Went over the top of it anyways, guys. What are you doing? Fuck out of here.
Sending in an eagle.
Oh. I don't know where the guy died.
Calling in
You're
reinforcements.
going right there, bro. You get it? I don't think so. I think there's still one left. Maybe they did.
Mag's empty. Requesting air support.
God damn.
My life for Super Earth.
Oh my God!
Orbital inbound.
Every angle.
Requesting air support.
No, no, no. This feels like when I'm fucking playing Deep Rock Galactic Survivor. God damn.
Sending in an eagle.
I think that fucking bird nest is still there. Deep Rock Galactic Survivor, and they're like fucking spawning in front of you, so you
Sending in an eagle.
can't get around the edge of their spawns.
Unleashing democracy.
Get some. Get some.
Knew that was gonna happen. Perfectly timed.
Freedom never rests.
Sending in an eagle.
Another poo-poo nest or bird nest right in front of us. God damn.
Calling in reinforcements.
Alright, we can't get that.
Requesting orbital. New mag.
And my game might have crashed. BattleNet. Yeah, fuck man. That was BattleNet doing dumb shit.
Sending out an SOS.
Scanning my computer, guys, to make sure I don't fucking have viruses on my computer or something. Which dropped everyone in the game because I'm the host.
Delivering payload. Sending in an
Holy fucking shit.
Eagle 1 returning to destroyer for resupply.
How the fuck have I not killed any of the fucking, the poo-poo trees? Did they increase the HP pool on them?
Out of stick.
Must increase the HP pool on them.
Reinforcing.
Like, poo-poo trees take 2 quasars now? I clearly hit that one with, like, entire fucking, entire May of autocannon, and it didn't kill him.
Point me to the enemy.
My fucking autocannon back. Excuse me.
Requesting air support.
Enemy tactical asset within threat range. Terminate hive structure. Disturbed. Orbital barrage incoming. Stand clear.
One thing that was nice about the barrage back when I used it is, like, it's literally, like, almost instantaneous, and it's close. God damn. $15 out of 16 holes. No way. God.
Reinforcing.
One.
Terminate hive structure destroyed.
That's a bird nest. Yeah, it froze all the fucking,
Dropping a pin. North.
Sending in an eagle.
froze all the mobs, too.
Unleashing democracy.
They're being controlled by teammates?
How'd you like to taste of freedom?
Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver.
Calling down supplies.
This isn't even the shit that we need to kill. We need to fucking...
Requesting air support.
We need to get... We don't even need to kill the fucking nest. We need to kill the goddamn hole, wherever the fuck that is.
Freedom forever. Supplies. Sending in an eagle.
They're right on the side.
Administering freedom. Tagging map. Northwest. On my position.
New man.
Now that's what I call liberty.
You know what would be a great sidearm, guys? Oh.
Allied destroyer joining squadron. Deploying Helldiver to combat zone.
Would be an electrical stun gun, or like a shotgun?
Prosperity.
But basically it just knocks everything back in front of you. Knocks everything back in front of you, and... Oh my god.
You observe democracy.
I guess, wait.
Extraction awaits.
There's a mini nuke right there. Hey guys. Yeah, I see that. D2? You are too close. Oh, you got it. Alright.
Requesting air support.
Yeah, you can tap dance? Wait, I did hit it! I hit it in the chin! What was that?
Tagging map. Northwest.
It still has some skill issue going on here. I really wish there was a guide. Like, even when you watch people that are good at the autocannon use it, like, they don't, like, you shoot off the fucking pooper. The pooper is next to impossible to shoot off. Takes fucking forever. Oh my god. And it's very difficult to do, and you get a lot of deflected shots.
I'm sorry. I need supplies.
Sending in an eagle.
But hitting chin is much easier than shooting the pooper out.
Dropping a pin. Northwest. 200 meters.
Need to go extract.
Requesting advanced weaponry. Throwing supply beacon. Marking location. Sending in an eagle.
I'm not against shooting the, like, the collar underneath the chin. Something's going on there.
Super destroyer leaving low orbit. Emergency extraction shuttle deployed.
Liberty dispatch.
Reloading. How about a nice
Joel doesn't want me to figure out how to kill the Bile Titans with the autocannon. I'm killing the fucking units underneath it. Hey, bud. Oh, I didn't move fast enough. I knew he was gonna do it too. Oh my god.
ETA T-minus 2 minutes 30 seconds.
I don't know. Autocannon definitely has a learning curve to it. It is, like, not so much against bots. Against bots, it's just fucking easy mode. Against bugs, it definitely has a learning curve in how the armor deflects. Bots are very square, and as such, there's a lot of angles you can hit them from. Where bugs are very shapely. They have those voluptuous curves, and as such, it's oftentimes very difficult to land shots on them. Which is basically just a skill issue. Which is why we're still using autocannon against bugs. Even though bots I would consider to be harder. With the autocannon, guys, I don't know if bots are actually harder than bugs anymore. With the autocannon, the bots are, I'd say, maybe like on par with them. Without it, however, they're very difficult. Well, I believe in my team, guys. They're going to get it done.
ETA T-minus 1 minute.
Rare sample acquired.
ETA T-minus 30 seconds. ETA T-minus 20 seconds.
Fire in the hole.
ETA T-minus 10 seconds. Clear landing zone.
Max
units. Pelican 1, landing in progress. Countdown initiated. Stand by for takeoff.
Rip. Transport does not wake. Emergency evac does not wait, guys. It immediately counts down the moment it lands.
Extraction complete. Pelican
I don't know if you made it.
descent.
Today you carved another foot.
GG, guys.
Climb to liberty.
Long climb of liberty. Liberty. Righty. Good. That's kind of touch and go. That's pretty nice. That was a spicy fucking blitz, guys. Lots of shit just fucking everywhere. That's why I pinged the pad to get people to go to it. Did I ping the pad or was it the last one? I don't remember now. One of the two. I want my stats, Joel. Don't take my stats from me. This is the only enjoyment I get from Helldivers 2 now is the stats. Obviously. By the way, the stats could be so much better. We've talked about it quite a few different times. A lot of different times. For instance, number of medium and heavy bugs killed, objectives attended, main objectives attended. Teammates assisted. You could add assists to the game, too. A lot of cool stuff you could do. Might have to Alt F4. It's like the screen where it doesn't actually fix itself. Well. Alright. You win, Joel. And okay. We're going to call things here, guys, for this morning. Tonight will be more of Helldivers 2. So you guys have to look forward to, not to look forward to. Probably at some point this week, we're going to start playing League of Legends. I've been playing off stream, but that's just to get a feel for the characters. I've been doing Aram, because it's basically one of the best ways. It's like deathmatch, built-in deathmatch. We're going to play the normal game, because that's what the people actually care about, more than likely. Not exactly sure when we're going to do that. I'm having some interesting fun with the autocannon, mainly because there's definitely a learning curve to it. Bots, not so much. And trying to figure out whether or not it needs to be buffed or nerfed, or just stay the same. Against bots, it definitely needs to be either nerfed or bots need to be buffed. Against bugs,
The galactic war waits for no one.
I might just have a learning issue with it. So, skill issue. which we'll figure out the more I play with it. Definitely beginning to be better. Trying to shoot off the pooper on the Biotane with the autocannon is not a strategy. It is too difficult to do. It takes too much time, and you have to be in a perfect scenario where you can get underneath it, and the bugs literally just don't crawl over you and kill you while you're doing it, or you get sliced and diced by the stakes on the Biotane. Not exactly sure. We'll have to play around with that more, guys. We'll see where it goes, but we're going to call things here this morning, guys. Anyways, if you are new to the stream and you enjoyed the bullshit, you enjoyed the fun, you enjoyed watching me play with the autocannon, make sure the follow button on your select platform. I stream to Kick, Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, as well as Trovo every day from late night to early morning, GMT-6, so late night North America time. I usually stream for about 5 to 6 hours, give or take. It depends on my life, what's happening, etc., etc., guys. I'm out here for this morning. Tonight will be more of Helldivers 2. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching my stream as always, and I hope you guys have a wonderfully fantastic Monday morning and afternoon. Have a good day, guys.